The goddess of magic is missing. Her champions banished. Trapped. Powerless. They must become worthy.
Hello everyone, welcome to Unbound. This is our Uncaged Anthology campaign where we use adventures from Uncaged Anthology. Oh crap, where's my notes? Okay. Uncaged Anthology is a collection of myth and folklore themed modules that subvert tropes around mythological beings and monsters that are women. We are also featuring the Scholar class by Benjamin Huffman, both of which are available for purchase on DM's Guild. If you want to interact with the game, there are 4 ways you can do so. You can redeem channel points for free. To grant a blessing, which will be an advantage die to any player, including me, every 5 retweets will set off a wild magic surge to a random player. If you'd like to add an element of fate to the narrative, every $5 grants a natural 20 to the player of your choice, including me as well. And the last thing is every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things to the player of your choice. That does not include me. Please only choose the nat 20s or the deck of many. Cannot combine the two. Choose one or the other. And we will go ahead and jump right into it. Please tell us who you are, where we can find you, and give us a little reintroduction of your character. And we will start off with the Lady May.
Oh, hi. I'm May. I'm playing Nell, little halfling chef, and she's not like the others. She's, mortal, but has magic flowers in her hair and is currently craving magical items, which is interesting times.
Craving in the hungry, want to devour sense. Thank you. Next, we have Samara.
Hi guys, I'm Giggly. I play Samara, and she is a tiefling cleric. Of course, she's the favorite, but she is just a rambunctious child and likes to pick on Avalon. Oh, I got a hot girlfriend now too, so that's cool.
Ooh! Yeah. Yes, you do. Let's see how long that lasts. Next, we've got Bravo.
So threatening. Oh my god.
And I don't want to cry.
I'm Bravo. I'm playing a vengeance paladin, Azamar, big, beautiful, scary woman, who likes to try and keep everyone under wraps and keep everyone contained. It's like herding a bunch of blind sheep, but she does it, or at least she tries to. Yeah. She deals with Samara's shit, and that's her job.
Nice. Next, we've got Dungeon Dame.
That's me. I'm playing Alaris. She is a changeling, Gloomstalker ranger. She has a pet raccoon. She also likes to bother Avalon. And she likes to stab things with her swords. She maybe has a girlfriend, sort of, not really. Cute little dryad keeping her ex-boyfriend conscious or alive, not conscious, but alive. Good times. Nothing
It's
wrong
quite the
there.
triangle.
Yeah, it's a weird love triangle right now.
Yep. And your ex-boyfriend is dating your rival,
Yes.
who is another champion of another goddess.
Who is currently stuck in the underworld, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah, suck it.
I love it.
So glad Adon left her down there.
What is happening? Oh my god.
Oh,
What
yes.
happens when you miss a week?
Yeah.
For context, unfortunately, Bravo wasn't being able to join us last time, so there might be some details and context that
It'll be
might...
great.
Just
it's
small
gonna be fine.
details.
It'll be
Nothing
great.
too important.
Tiny
great.
details. Speaking of the underworld, EJ, why don't you tell us about who you are and who you're
Hi,
playing?
I'm EJ and I'm playing Adon, a little Earth Genasi artificer rogue character. I just got back from hell, so that's fun. And now I have to just remake all my shit, and it's a good time.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And we already have 7 retweets, so that is going to trigger our very first wild magic surge. We'll see who this is going to affect. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be a Bravo. And Bravo, why don't you roll me a 1d100 real quick?
All right. You know what scares me? What's the second most scary thing in D&D? To me, above the deck of many.
Wild magic
I
surge.
wonder what
Magic
it could be.
All right, you rolled a 28. Okay. We're going to pocket that for a little later because it won't be relevant here in the beginning.
Oh god. At this
Uh,
point, I should just memorize the whole D100 chart.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it is. For the next minute, all your spells with a casting time of 1 action have a casting time of 1 bonus action.
Oh, that's a good
Hold
one.
on a
Not bad,
second.
what the heck?
That's not
That's
bad.
a very good one.
That
So,
is a good one.
there. By vocalizing it, I have relinquished myself of the responsibility of remembering. That's now on
Shit.
you.
I need a sticky note.
All right, we're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. All right, need to change the music.
Why?
The scene opens up in the underworld. We see a realm of darkness, of shadow. It is lit very dimly with green flame in the background, and we see a towering figure cut very, very, very muscular. And you see stormy gray eyes look down at an enormous book. This being is easily 8-9 feet tall, and most noticeably, they have a complexion of deep, deep red. And there are a number of, oh my god, look more thirsty. Most noticeably, there are a number of chains draped around them, keeping them completely contained within this throne.
I am looking disrespectfully.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh. Godfather Ray, thank you so much for the donation of $10. Please tell me who you would like to give the deck of many draw, or if you want to give to nat 20s. But before that, a small purple imp slowly crawls up into the space before the desk and says, "Master, unfortunately, it seems the prisoners have escaped." And the red hand slowly comes to a stop where it had been scribbling into this enormous tome. And the eyes rise. They look past the imp towards the shadows behind. And we see the shadows shifting as this large, dark mass slowly moves forward. And what we see are 2 golden eyes appearing, feline and predatory. And we hear a voice say,
"My mistress will be displeased that you have lost her quarry."
and then the scene goes dark. And our story is going to back up a little bit. We're going to rewind just a little bit to the moment that Adon reappeared in the moon door. For context, the party had spent some significant amount of time trying to find their friend. Adon had been missing, taken to the underworld, and they had tried all means possible to try to make their way to the underworld to find Adon, to rescue their friend, and they were unable to. Just as they were about to, perhaps, consider that it might be completely futile. Pop! Adon appears.
I did it myself.
Adon's like the Rocket Raccoon of this Guardians of the Galaxy
I love it. I love it.
So, we have the group, the entire party is gathered here in the moon door as Adon appears, but Adon is not alone. Avalon, as you turn to look, you see Adon, who's been missing, who's now here, safe, no longer in the underworld. But beside them is Katla. You see a familiar face, an old flame, a strong-bodied half-orc woman with shorn hair. However, there's something different about her. You see that there are old scars that you don't remember, especially because you are very intimate with the way, you know all about her scars, and these...
I know every single one of those scars, baby.
You do, and you don't recognize these, but this is unmistakably Katla. There is one jagged scar right across her throat where it might have been slit. And you can see that she is dressed in rags, and there is a dark, terrible stain right in the smack middle of her tunic. She is heaving heavily, breathing with labor. I can't remember what Adon's first words were.
No. I'm sorry. And then I just, do my spiel. I'm sorry I left Matea behind.
So we'll say that Adon scampers over to Nell and they have a side conversation, and Avalon, you are locking eyes with Katla for the first time in years.
I think Avalon does not trust this. This is not natural and not right. She can explain Adon coming back from the underworld, as she is a completely immortal being and the most clever being she's ever met. But she's got her hand on her sword ready to draw it, but she hasn't done that yet, and she's just kind of waiting.
As
but
you're
she's
waiting.
Tense. Ah! No, please!
Godfather Ray, thank you so much for the donation of $10 for the Deck of Many draw to Avalon. Please tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. All right. You have drawn the Talons card. Oh, why do I keep putting it down?
Whoa!
Oh yeah, this is new too.
How'd you do that?
It's magic.
Oh my god, how did you do that?
Okay. You lose a magic item. Tell me, what happens in this moment of grief, of stress, of discomfort? What explodes or disintegrates? Tell me how this happens and what it is that you lose.
So the funniest thing is I only have 2 magic items. My armor or my sword. So let's see the lesser of 2 evils here. Oh. You know what? I'm smart. I am gonna lose my Ring of the Ram.
Oh, yes.
That is my third magic item, which will not leave me hilariously underdressed and underarmed in this very tense moment. I think in that moment of seeing Katla, like the ring is almost gonna like when things like get under too much pressure, it like cracks and starts to lose its integrity. And it kind of hurts her finger, so she brings it up like that to look at it, and it just like explodes like heated glass and just kind of disappears in that way.
Wind picks up.
Let me delete that off of my
Big delete.
give me
Haha.
1 second.
Thank you, Godfather Wraith.
Thank you, Godfather, who's essentially Avalon's patron at this point. Okay.
Katla stumbles towards you.
What happened? What did I do? Did I do something?
You clicked it, and then a bunch of gibberish came up in the chat. But unfortunately, stream can't see that.
I am ruining this moment. I'm
No,
just
no,
trying
no.
to delete it. Is there a delete button? Where am I?
What are you
No.
doing?
I'm not gonna worry about it right now.
It's
Forget
fine.
it.
It's fine.
No.
Katla stumbles forward, and she says, I wasn't sure if I was being too hopeful. It's you. And her hand reaches up, and she tries to touch the side of your mask. Like, to, like, lay it, not to, like, take your mask off.
Right. Avalon's gonna take a half a step back.
See the
Just
hand?
kind of size her up still.
The hand
She
stops.
is crying real tears under that mask, but baby, you cannot see emotions. Who? Not her. Mm-mm.
The hand trembles, closes, and slowly draws back. It's me, Katla. Do you not recognize me?
She's gonna sigh and just say, how?
That does not matter. What matters is that I am here, and so is your friend. And she gestures over to the background where Adon and Nell and Alaris and Samara are all speaking. We escaped the underworld.
I watched Avalon get dragged there.
Aren't you Avalon?
Oh, see? I told you guys. Avalon and Adon switch places in my rat brain.
I shoot
God.
up like 3 feet taller. Put on 100 pounds of pure muscle.
God, my absolute rat rodent brain is like ruining this very epic moment. I saw Adon get dragged there. I saw that. I buried you. This is far different. I know the tricks of the underworld. You can understand my wariness. Is that a word?
Her eyes begin to well up, and you see tears beginning to form, but you know Katla is a proud woman. She steels herself, she straightens a little, and you can still see the shake of her shoulders. I can better explain, but perhaps this should be in private.
Avalon is going to keep her hand on her sword, but kind of like shoulder, like open herself like a door towards the cave.
Okay. And the two of you shift off into the cave, and once you are inside, she more or less collapses into the nearest chair or onto the nearest surface, and she pulls open her tunic, and what you see is where her heart used to be, there's a gaping hole. You see black liquid slowly dripping down her torso.
Oh no. And what's this then?
In a previous life, you might have called it ingenuity. It was the key, the only way that we could escape. I am no longer among the living, but I am not restrained no more.
And this is what you want? To live like this for millennia?
I do not know what I could presume to want, but there are forces at hand that are beyond me and beyond you. It was imperative to me that your friend escape. There was absolutely no course that I would accept for you to go into the underworld. It is not safe for you, Avalon. The Prince of Demons has plans, wicked plans. The forces in power cannot be trusted. They mean to lead an army.
Against who? Us?
Against everyone. All the gods, all the realms.
Well, thank you for this information. And I thank you for bringing Adon back. And you're welcome to stay and heal here. Or if you'd like me to return you to wherever you belong, I will do that for you.
And she kind of slumps back into her seat, and you hear a dry chuckle, and she says, "Who would have known you would be the one to grow so cold? I'm the one without a heart." She starts suddenly to cough, and a fit shakes her whole body. She kind of keels over, and all of a sudden, she collapses. She starts to spasm.
Did I just kill my ex-girlfriend?
No, she's not dead.
Stella, that was cold. Ooh.
You rush out for help, and Calypsa, who the dryad that has been invited to tend to your grove here in the Moondoor, she sweeps forward, and we montage as we see a quick cut of scenes where she sees that this affliction also has taken hold of Katla, and she fashions with her dryad magic another cradle. So we see a large wooden structure of two hand-like protrusions come up, and they cradle Katla's body. And she is moved over to where Grot is currently. And so, mechanically, she has been suspended. She is unconscious and unable to be communicated with.
Did I do that? Oh, man. Ooh. Ooh. Avalon's just gonna kind of silently, kind of dissociatively be participating, but also watching as well, where she has to.
I think there's a respectful lapse of silence as everyone witnesses what goes on. They, of course, don't know what happened in the cave and what kind of conversation was had, but it becomes pretty apparent that whoever this person is, they are very important to you. And kind of montage along a little bit. There's like a shopping scene, and Samara and Alaris go to the temple in the forest, and Alaris is painting, and it's really sweaty, and like it's a nice hot, spring evening, and Samara has some alone time inside the temple. And some time passes. I think it's probably good to say like a day has passed. And
You could say, dawn has passed. Get it?
Wait, what did that mean? She's dead?
No, not like, no. I mean, she
Already
did
killed.
technically pass.
Yeah, you already killed one of us today, dude. Come on.
I'm too cold.
oh my gosh. Okay. And what has mostly transpired is, oh, nice. Thank you so much, everyone, for the retweets. We have hit 10 retweets. I will roll real quick a 1die5. And that is going to be Nell. Nell, roll me out 1d100, please. Thank you so much for the retweets, everyone. We will have a magic surge. Another one here.
200. There we go.
49. All right, 49 says...
Oh god.
You can't speak for the next minute. Whenever you try, pink bubbles float out of your mouth.
I just really want to eat that key, man. I just
You can, like, narratively flavor this however you want. Maybe, like, you grabbed a snack or something, and it's, like, taffy and just bubbles.
Soap again.
Soap
again.
Soap. Magic soap.
I like the again part.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Yeah, so to kind of recap where we are now, so we had a number of separate scenes, and Samara has invited Keela back to the Moon Door, and everyone has decided that Keela, this very handsome Azamar who has fiery white hair, beautiful bronze skin, and it's just a total babe. Yeah.
I love her.
Listen, there's only room for one babe Azamar, alright? Come on.
Well, we can't see your face, so who knows if you're hot or not?
Yeah.
I'm hot, I promise. Take my word for
Sure
it.
you are.
I've only glanced at one side of your face, so.
And
I'm really beautiful on this side. This side.
and Nell, definitely please feel free to say bubble, bubble, bubble if you want. Don't feel like you have to literally sit here quietly just because you can't form words.
Can we get her a bubble wand? Like, does anybody have a bubble wand?
I have Matthias bubble blower.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Did you sneak into Samara's pockets and eat that? Maybe.
She can't admit it because there's just bubbles coming from her
Yeah,
mouth.
bubble, bubble. We won't know. It'll be a mystery.
Oh, yeah.
We'll never know.
Nell, are you feeling alright? Oh my god.
What?
What is happening?
What the fuck is happening?
She's gonna like bend down again to get at your level. Be like, grab your little shoulders. Be like, are you? Hello. What's going on with you? I think Nell is ill.
Are you chewing on soap? Why can't you eat glue like normal kids?
I think Alaris is popping the bubbles.
Yes.
She's no time to laugh. She could be seriously ill. And you lot are messing around.
Are you feeling okay?
She's been eating a lot of weird shit lately, so
What?
I don't know.
My goodness gracious. Nell, if you are alright, blink once. If you're not all right, I don't know why I'm shouting. You're not deaf. If you're not all right, blink twice. Was that once? Was that twice?
Twice. A bubble pops in her eye. She blinks again.
You're the one who's supposed to. When people are sick, you heal. What are we supposed to do? Just gonna like lay on hands, like thinking it's gonna help. Be like,
Okay, how many points are you gonna lay on hands?
2.
Okay.
Oh boy.
You feel great.
I don't know what to do. Avalon's gonna take this way too seriously. She's already stressed enough. There's too much going on. She can't have more of her crew falling apart.
And Keela's just standing there, like, holding the key, and she's just watching the group of you. She's like, she leans over to Samara. Is this normal?
All the time. Except usually it's me.
Ah. She just kind of gives you a smile, shifts all of her weight to one side, kind of sticks her hip out.
Ooh. Ooh.
And then she says, all right, if you are ready, I suppose bottoms up. And she eats the key.
I'm gonna step back.
Yes.
I step closer.
Okay.
I want to take notes.
Okay. All right. And May, that effect only lasts 1 minute, but you can make it last as long as you want. Okay. So. Wait. So Dawn steps forward. Okay, cool. Yeah. I need...
My token was covered by Quickfoot. I couldn't find it for a second.
He is a big raccoon.
Okay. You all know what to expect. You have all had a key, and as champions, once immortals, you have had an extreme effect with this surge of power that just goes right through you. It has exploded you into your primordial form, and you all expect this to happen. Keela, champion of Artemis, swallows the keyhole, and almost immediately, the white fire of her hair kicks up, and you can feel the warmth just radiating all around her. Instantly, the temperature of this immediate area skyrockets, and it is sweltering. You see flame begin to spurt out of her hands as she flexes. She says, "Damn, that feels good." And all of a sudden, she completely explodes, and you see fire wrapping all around her body. And she starts to grow. And she starts to growl. Oops.
Where am I going?
Oh, goodness.
No.
Dawn, sit still.
No. It's fine.
No, it's fine.
Stella.
The world.
And what you see before you is a wolf-like creature. Where she was once humanoid, she has completely turned into this hybrid of a predator. You see her thighs, they thicken, and you see flames explode out of her as she becomes what can more or less be summarized as a werewolf made of white fire.
That's so cool.
But the snarling continues. It almost feels as if she is completely consumed by this surge of power, that she loses herself. And all of a sudden, she starts to swing.
What?
This is why we did this in the moon door.
No.
Can you please select your tokens and roll me the initiative?
Listen, my girlfriend's
can't
not
kill
supposed
her,
to
she's a
attack
human.
me.
What she meant by, we'll see how long that lasts.
I know. I'm like, watch, she's just gonna like fucking die.
Oh boy.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Mine.
Samara's very shocked. She's like, whoa, what is happening?
Wow, this music is really intense.
It is.
All right, combat has started. Alaris, you are at the top of the turn order.
Oh God.
Just don't kill her, please.
Okay, I'll try not to. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, well, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna swing at her with some swords, because that's just what Alaris does.
Yes. So you see Keela's face torn towards you, and she just roars. Spittle comes out. You feel a hot blast of air, and she seems very intent on hurting you.
I think while she's swinging her sword, she's gonna be like, Keela, calm down! Trying to beat her up with the sword, because that's totally how that works, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. 16 will hit.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Click the button.
All right.
Oh, there's gonna be a few more. Sorry, hang on.
Okay.
There's 3 total.
Can you please tell me what kind of
Oh,
weapons
okay.
you're using?
Yes, so in Alaris's main hand, she has the sword that she pulled out of the fountain when they were fighting the, can't remember what they're called, cat things.
Displacer beasts?
That's the one.
Okay, so this is magical?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, this one's a +1.
Just asking, you know.
Does a 15 hit?
15 does, yes.
Okay. And then in her offhand, which is this next attack, so this is a plain short sword, non-magical.
Oh,
Crit.
that's a nat 20. That does hit. Let's see the damage.
Damage. 10.
10? Okay. You slice with your magical sword, but when you connect with the short sword, you slice right across a tendon, and this would be a brutal attack. But for some reason, it doesn't seem to hurt as much. Right as the blade draws away, it begins to immediately sew back up. You feel as if the non-magical weapon is not as effective.
I think she's resistant to these, and she's just like wiggling around her regular short sword.
Anything else for you?
No.
Okay. Avalon,
Just stay there.
it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the who does she think she is coming in here, and this is my house.
First she tries being a
Technically
babe.
my house.
I mean, I think we're all roommates, but yeah, she's taken down people like this before. Hiya.
Cool sword, all caps. 25 is a hit. And this is magical?
It is magical,
Excellent.
but she's not gonna smite because, like, yeah, I guess it's Samara's girlfriend.
Right, she takes 10 damage. Anything else for you?
I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'm gonna just stay within range and move here,
Okay.
so I'm closer to Adon.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay, Alaris. So you see Keela's head sort of swivel around as Avalon maneuvers and flanks her, and she seems to set her attention on you. You see these primal eyes fixate completely on you, and she dives. She has a multi-attack. 1 bite and 1 claw. She's going to try to bite you. Okay. She misses, and then she claws. 13?
Also, no.
Okay. So you manage to evade the bite. You see this massive maw, rows and rows of teeth just snap the air right beside you. She tries to claw you. You evade out of the way. It's no problem. Adon, it is your turn.
Okay. I have no weapon. I have no combat spells. I am going to, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
That's very
Going
smart.
to me.
On myself.
Can you give us a reminder of what this spell looks like as you cast it?
Yeah, so basically I have 2 rings. The one on my left hand is for my shield of faith, and I'll rub my hands together so I get a nice dust cloud going. And then I'll throw the dust around me so my form is kind of blurry-ish and I'm harder to hit.
Love it, love it.
And that is my turn.
Okay, now it is your turn. Just for context, this beast form of hers, she's easily like 3 or 4 times your size.
Oh.
She is massive.
How's Nell feeling with the key consumed in her?
You feel... Ooh. You feel like you could totally take a bite out of her.
What?
Oh my god!
Oh
Hot mouth, hot mouth.
Please don't eat my girlfriend.
No, no, no.
You will not eat my girlfriend!
Nell will try and take a bite out of an ankle.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Nell the ankle biter. Holy crap. Okay,
And I will
okay.
use a blessing.
Oh my
Hell yeah. Yes. So just as a reminder, everyone, you can interact with this game if you like with free channel points. You can purchase a blessing. There's a cap of 2 for each person, and these will reset with every episode. So currently we have Adon 1, Alaris 2, Avalon 1, Nell 1, and also 1 you're using right now, Samara 1, and I have 2. So go ahead and roll to attack at advantage.
What would teeth be?
Armed?
My teeth.
Your teeth. Ooh. You're a chef. I feel like that means you're proficient with your teeth, and whatever your stat that you roll with.
Would cooking utensils suffice? Because
Hell yeah.
teeth are utensils.
Hell yeah. I love it. 23. That's a hit. Okay. Fuck.
T4.
I don't- Yeah, D4 plus whatever modifier you use for your cooking stuff. We're inventing mechanics. I love it.
Yes!
I'm scared to know what Nell has cooked using her teeth if we're considering them cooking utensils.
Okay, this is gonna count as magical damage. 4 magical damage. Okay. Yeah, so you go for the ankle, and surprisingly, despite this being a being of pure fire, you are unscathed by the heat, you are unscorched, and you take a bite out of her. It's like taking a mouthful of steak, and you tear away. It's very disconcerting to anyone who's watching how easily she takes a bite out of this person. But maybe it's not so bad for you now.
Oh my god.
She's eating my girlfriend. What the fuck?
If you
Avalon's like, yeah!
No, mechanically, because this is a literal fucking god being that you just took a bite out of, your hunger is going to be sated for literal 2 weeks.
Oh my god!
Hell yeah, what the heck?
Oh, she should eat your girlfriend more often.
Avalon's like, unconventional, but way to fight! It's just like, yeah!
Good for you.
Just thinking on your toes.
Anything else you'd like to do?
She's a warrior!
After that bite, she's gonna analyze the enemy, so come into play afterwards.
Just like
Okay.
No,
swish
so,
her around in your
yeah.
mouth a little. Like.
Tastes like cotton candy.
That's weird.
There's a lot of weird things going on in this game. But Samara, it is now your turn.
Oh god. Samara is feeling very weird because she's like, wow, she looks really cool and she kissed me, but also she's trying to eat my friends now. I'm so confused on what's happening. hold on one second. What does this one do? I don't think that's gonna work. So, you know what? I'm going to cast Bane at first level.
Okay.
So she needs to make a charisma saving throw of 16, or if she fails, she needs to subtract a die 4 from her attacks.
Okay. She rolls a 17. She shrugs this off. Tell me what this looks like as the spell fails or fizzles.
I would assume that Samara's kind of just like trying to diffuse the situation, but then she kind of gets frazzled and a little scared seeing Keela trying to attack her friends, and she kind of just loses concentration of it, and she's like, fuck. I think that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Next we have Alaris.
Okay, Alaris is gonna use her bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on Keela.
Okay.
Oh, that's not what I thought it would show up in the chat for it. Not really. And then she's gonna take a few more sword swings at her. And tell her to calm the fuck down.
Cute.
Not working.
It's not working.
It's not working. Okay, does a 26 hit?
Yes, her AC is 12. Just make things really easy for everybody.
That's a low AC.
Yes.
So that's 8 plus Hunter's Mark, 12.
Okay.
This is with her magical sword.
Okay.
And 15.
That's a hit.
And Hunter's Mark, so 11.
Okay. Yeah, you are making quick work of her. You can see that she is visibly starting to lose steam, haha, because she's made of fire, haha. As you are slice, the flames begin to fizzle out little by little with each connection.
Okay. I think she's also gonna look down at Nell and be like, "Spit it out." We don't eat friends.
Nell looks ashamed because she already swallowed.
I love it. Avalon, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna just. She's gonna shout and be like, "Good on you, Nell! Way to think on your feet!" And slice. Ooh!
27's a hit.
Ooh!
Ooh. 11 damage. Very nice.
And she's gonna stay there. Just do her smash, slash and smash.
Okay. I'm gonna burn both of my advantages for both of these attacks.
Huh?
So
What?
we are gonna bite. Let's see. We have 4 choices, starting with a Dawn. Let's see. All right. So first one is gonna go for Avalon. Second one's gonna go for Nell. Okay.
Fair.
This is an advantage. 22. Is that a hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Roll a DC 12 Constitution saving throw or have lycanthropy.
Whoa.
What if
Permanently?
I want? What if I want? What if I want to? What if? Now hold on a second.
Okay, so you can willfully fail if you want.
I'll roll it, but if I fail, it's like, no big deal, you know.
Okay.
Just coming from Cassie's point of view.
So,
that's one
question:
thing.
if somebody's in a moon door, are they always a werewolf?
One way to
I
find
can live
out.
with this life. I can live with this life. Okay, well, I guess we'll never know.
Okay.
It's enough of my
Not yet.
champion sound. Yeah, this sound.
Avalon rolled a 19. So you take 10 piercing damage, and then the claws rake over towards Nell. So this is also going to be an advantage. That's a nat 20, baby.
Well, bye.
All right, you take 15 slashing damage. She goes, rawr, rawr,
Could you growl again, please?
rawr.
No, not that one.
so cute. It's so cute.
Okay, Adon, it is your turn. You just saw her take a huge chunk out of Avalon's shoulder there.
I can't do much. I'm gonna use my action to.
So, just as a reminder to everybody, you also have non-combative options as well. You can try persuading. That will use your action.
That's what I was going for.
Cool.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to insight check it because I can do that. And I want to see, does this look like our transformations? Like, does it look like she'll be ending soon? I'm going to use a blessing on that.
Okay. Yes.
There we go. That's
18.
better.
Okay. Yes. You definitely don't suspect anything wrong or different other than, well, you do know that the immortals that have been stuck on the material plane have been stuck on the material plane just as long as you, maybe even longer. So this sudden surge of power can be quite maddening. It can be overwhelming. For all of y'all, it has only been 5 years, but who's to say how long Keela has been without divinity?
Damn it. Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna go, hey, cool down, and I'll just jump in between her and Nell, I guess.
Okay.
Not very persuasive.
Well, you can go ahead and roll me a persuasion check if you want.
Let's see it.
18.
Okay.
Keela, wanna play fetch? Go get it!
All right, your persuasion
into the
check does succeed. She contested it, rolled a 5. So you can choose how this situation diffuses.
I tell her to literally cool down, so I'm asking her to put out her fires if she can. That was my intention, but I just kind of want to, like, hands down, get her to sit.
Okay. Yeah. So she seems to be kind of defensive. This very small person just literally took a bite out of her. And Alaris is attacking her. She seems to be uncertain of her surroundings. And as you come up and you don't have any weapons on you. You're not armored whatsoever. You are very vulnerable and you're approaching her, and slowly she kind of begins to settle. And the flames begin to slowly die down, and her large, boxy head rests against your palm as she leans into it. You can hear her grumbling lowly, heaving breaths, and slowly, she begins to shrink and shrink. And she is her former self.
I'm gonna pass her a little potion of healing. Hey, it's okay now. You're cool now. Why are we hitting her, guys? Why are you biting her?
That's what we do. We hit things.
She's our key though. We can't hit this one.
Well, I mean, she could have just gone to sleep for a little while.
I mean, if she didn't make such a fuss, we wouldn't have to smack her around.
Alright,
Okay.
you should have pulled out
If
her
you
bow.
turn into a wolf, then I'll expect you to be completely calm about it.
I mean,
As they're like,
Keela,
doing
are
this.
you okay? And I'll make sure she drinks her little potion of healing.
So she begins to shake a bit. It seems that her injuries haven't quite healed over even as she comes out of her primal form. And she looks apologetically to everyone. There's a look of extreme guilt and remorse. And she actually leans very heavily on you, Adon. You see her arm goes over your shoulder. And you can still feel the heat just baking off of her in this closeness. And she says, "Thank you so much. I'm so sorry, everyone. I don't know what came over me."
Well, I mean, the first real divine power you've felt in a few centuries, I can imagine that'll do it for you.
Thank you. Okay. Can you help me find somewhere to sit down?
Of course. Let's take her to the commons, the kitchen, the dining room, I guess.
Okay. And
the mess hall.
Keela and Adon scoot away.
Scoot, scoot.
Fiona is standing there because I forgot that she was right there.
You're just watching the whole thing happen.
Yeah, you see that she has picked up the kitchen table and is holding it kind of like in front of her. And she says, "Is everyone all right? I'm so sorry, I didn't know what to do."
We are quite all right, Fiona. You worry not a thing. You can put that table back down and have a rest. What a traumatic experience, my dear.
Oh, I'm going to go stress bake a pie or something.
All right. You go do that.
Mara's gonna follow, and as she's walking there, she's gonna slap Avalon on the back of the helmet.
Hey, what was that for?
I mean, you don't have to be so disrespectful, because you haven't even changed into your primordial form.
Yes, I have. Do you not remember that?
It's only been 5 years for us, but it could have been longer for her.
Listen.
I'm just saying, give a little grace. A little kindness goes a long way, and I'm gonna leave.
Laris is like putting her sword back away. Just like.
I'm not mad for you guys attacking her, because I understand, especially when you guys don't know her really well. I don't even know her really well.
There's some dying people over there that I'm not really fond of her lighting on fire. One of them has already been lit on fire in a different timeline.
Everything's fine.
It's fine. Laris doesn't have any trauma.
You have a...
Fire?
You're fire too.
I know. It's gonna be a struggle.
Avalon's just gonna kind of like watch Samara over her shoulder, like walk past her, and then walk up to Alaris and Nell, and kind of put one hand on her hip and look down at Nell and be like, "So, what was that about?"
Well, I kept telling everyone how I would really like to eat the key, and that was very delicious and tempting, and I couldn't help myself.
So you ate a being.
Yeah.
Have you eaten a being before? Other than like hunting prey and like cooking meat and stuff. Have you ever just like taken a bite out of a living thing that's still living?
Well, I guess not a person.
Okay, but like if a cow were alive, like it was still mooing, it was grazing its food. Have you taken a bite out of that before?
Well, no, because it's unsanitary.
And this was sanitary?
Fiona-
Fire is probably far more sanitary than cow in a field.
Fiona's like sitting next to Nell, and she's like, whenever she sits at the table, it's really uncomfortable because she's so much just larger than the table itself, and she's just kind of hunched over, sitting there. Please don't mind, Nell. I saw it from afar. It was very stressful. I understand, Nell. I've taken bite out of people before.
You know, I was going to say the same thing, actually. Actually, Alaris, it seems you're the odd one out in this situation.
Okay, hang on. Avalon, we're gonna circle back to that in a second. I need to know more about who you've eaten. Fiona, I do understand, for everybody, we've got our own tastes and different cultures.
You might even say we have our own demons, too.
Yes, you could say that. You are so wise.
Thank you.
Nell, what the hell?
I mean, how do you feel now?
Fine.
See?
I'm not hungry.
So, Avalon, you were more concerned about the couple of minutes she was spurting bubbles than the fact that she just took a chunk out of a fire werewolf with her teeth.
Listen, what can I say? I admire a hero. I admire a warrior. She clearly has some fighting instinct in her.
Yeah, right. Okay, but we already knew that. She's very good with her hands in her.
This was just
meat
another level. I never thought she'd reach such a level of barbarism.
True. I mean, but usually if you were to use your teeth as a weapon, you'd bite it and you'd spit it back out. Patooey.
Well, but
Okay, we're gonna come back. Adeline, who have you eaten?
Listen. Could you really qualify it as eat?
Did you put it in your mouth and swallow it?
I put it in my mouth and perhaps I forgot to spit it out. The
Then
thing
yes, I
is,
would classify that as eating.
when you're in the heat of battle, my dear, sometimes half of an ear ends up in your mouth and you rip it out and... Well, if you take the second to spit it out, you could get hit. Anyways, we're not here interrogating me, and honestly, we shouldn't be here interrogating Nell.
No, but Nell has been having these weird cravings lately, and I am concerned that she went from wanting to eat magical objects to wanting to eat magical beings, which we all are.
You know, when you put it that way, I did not think of it like that. Well, she seems satiated now, and I'm sure there are magical, I don't know, I've hunted many a magical stag or magical bear. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure we're fine. I think in the scope of things, compared to the disaster that we're all living through, this is, as Nell would say, small beans.
Nell?
Was that right, Nell? She looks down. She's like, was that right?
Small beans.
Nell, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh no. Don't eat me. Don't eat me. Oh no.
18. Don't worry about it. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
joked.
Nell, listen, as long as you're feeling all right now and you seem to be not hungry, that's good. But I would recommend, my dear, if you start feeling even the slightest bit, I'm peckish, let us know so that it doesn't boil over to the point where you're fighting strangers. Yes?
Probably the wisest decision.
Don't be ashamed of yourself. Don't be ashamed. It was, listen, if no one else is going to tell you, I thought it was pretty cool.
I mean, it was impressive. How are you not burnt?
I wasn't really thinking. I just... Yeah. Man, I really just stuck my face in fire.
You did just stick your face in fire.
You see,
And probably fur.
you see Fiona like scratch her head and she says, "Is Miss Nell not like the rest of you?" If you were
no.
to ask me, I would have thought you were all cut from the same cloth.
You know, she's making herself quite known in the ranks of Hecate's chosen champions. I'm sure
She
they're...
lives with them.
Well, yes, she lives
She's-
with them.
She's
but
very
she-
well known with us.
Listen, she's very well known with us, and thus making her very well known with the goddess divine herself. So I'm sure, with such formidable fighting and battle moxie you have, you're making yourself stand out quite well.
Fiona kind
From
of like
one warrior to another.
hunkers down next to you, Nell, and she says, whispering to Nell, "Perhaps you can teach me. I can be one of you too."
Okay, we're giving the next key to Fiona.
Flowers.
Yeah.
Magical flowers. I will keep an eye out.
So like kind of like light bulb, like speaking of flowers, she's gonna sheepishly approach Keela and offer her one of her flowers.
Excellent. Keela, before we cut over to that, Samara, can you roll me a 1d100, please? Thank you so much, everyone, for the retweets. We've hit our 3rd retweet already.
Oh god. How do I roll now? I'm just gonna do physical dice.
Sounds good.
76.
76? Oh my word.
I died.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So we're gonna say that the camera pans over to Adon and Samara and Keela, and as Nell is coming up, flower in hand, Samara, you suddenly glow in a bright light in a 30-foot radius for the next minute. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of you is blinded until the next turn. So for 6 seconds, you become a beacon of literal fucking light. How do you want to narratively spin this?
I would say that after being kind of peeved at Avalon walking up the stairs, it's kind of just like a slow, it just works its way up to a boil. So she kind of just like, as she's walking up the stairs for him, gets just brighter and brighter and brighter until she's just really pissed off, but she doesn't realize it. She's stuck in her head about it.
Oh gods, did you part of the key too?
What?
Why are you glowing? Did you eat part of the key?
Can I see anything? Am I seeing just fine, or is it like?
Totally up to you.
I mean, things just look a little brighter around here. Oh, what the fuck?
Do you feel it? Are you hot? Do you feel what's going on? I'm gonna come up to her and I'm gonna try to poke her, see
You're
if she's
blind.
any warmer. I know. I get up to 5
Oh wait, does
feet and
the
then I'm
Dawn
gonna
have
poke her.
on their goggles?
I do have my goggles.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so you can see fine.
Oh, cool.
Everyone else is just like, ah!
And I have my stupid little goggles
I'll like
on.
back away from everybody else, but I know Adon's just gonna follow me.
Well, I want to see
like-
if you're hot.
She's very
Yeah,
I
hot.
am,
she
baby,
hot?
but
Keela just smiles.
Can Keela
Very.
even see me through it all?
No, she's just like,
like a
very.
I just feel like, well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just pretty pissed right now. Sorry.
jeez, take a
don't
seat
know
over
what's
there in
happening.
case you start burning up too.
You know what? Samara just literally. Oh, she's like, I'll be right back, and she takes off, and she just jumps over the cliff into the water.
Splash! She's gone.
She needs to cool off.
Blinds her fish.
They're made of rubies. They're fine.
Oh, it's a sparkly water now.
Yeah.
Even though like the water's like literally over 100 feet away, you can pinpoint where Samara is because there's a little glow moving around. As you come up, Nell, and you boop her with a flower, she says, "Thank you, little one. I very much appreciate it. How are you feeling?
Fighting your ankles.
You know, I will be totally honest, that is not the first time I've been bit like that.
Whoa.
I am
Samara,
quite...
what are you getting yourself into?
I don't know, dude.
Oh my!
I am quite sturdy stuff, don't worry.
I don't normally do that, so.
Well, we are in a realm of pure magic, and we are fountains of power. I can see why you are a prime example of what a champion of Hecate would look like.
Oh, I'm not a champion.
Are you not? Huh. Could have fooled me.
No, I'm just from a village, of halflings. Come from a family of bakers and chefs and brewers. 6 generations.
Well, and she leans forward and gently puts a finger under your chin, tilts it up. I hereby dub thee champion of biting.
That's certainly a title.
You'd be surprised. champion of biting could be quite helpful.
I do like eating magic things, and again, I'm sorry.
It's okay. And if there's anything else anyone wants to do before we change the scene...
Is there a piece missing from her ankle?
It's just a tiny little bite mark. The smallest set of teeth imprinted right on her ankle.
I'm just gonna plop something in chat because I added something.
Oh my god. We have an attack roll now. Little
Yes.
Nell magic hunger bite. Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to memorize the impression of those little teeth marks just for further endeavors.
Okay. Yes.
What?
She's been eating magical items. If I can tell if she's been eating
If you see teeth marks in any magical items, assume it was Nell.
anybody can eat magical
I'm
items.
my cat.
No.
Well, anybody can eat them once.
Certain
Yeah.
magical
Not
Anybody
items
can eat
survive
anything
eating them.
once.
One time.
You can eat anything once.
But I feel like if you just saw just bite mark, just a chunk taken out of a magical item, it would be like probably safe to say
she's
it's her
getting-
magical teeth.
She's getting a dental record Ted Bundy style so that she can fully have a full record against Nell presented to the court
Oh,
and say it was you!
Yeah, don't question it. This is very important stuff, okay?
Fighting champions.
All right.
As a side note, Alaris would have gone and checked to make sure Grot's coffin thingy did not catch fire during
bag.
all of that.
Okay, yeah, so as you approach the healing deck, I don't know, we need a name for it. It's called the healing balcony. Perfect. As you approach, you can see that Calypsa is casting a variety of magics on both Grot and Katla, trying to sustain them and make sure they are well fed, well nourished, and suspended without harm. And as you check, you can see there's absolutely no sign of any wreckage whatsoever.
I think Alaris would ask Calypsa, be like, Calypsa, now that there's two, are you okay? Is this draining for you? Are you gonna... Can I get you anything?
It is, I will confess, taking much effort to do so, but do not worry. I am pacing myself. I know that if I overexert it, that there will be no one else here who can perform these rites. I will be fine, but I do appreciate your company.
Alaris will go to touch Calypsa, just like a brush on the shoulder, and it'll be super brief before she kind of jerks her hand away a little suddenly. She's still not 100% sure how she feels about everything going on. And she'll be like, please, Calypsa, if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask, okay?
All right. I do have one question. Where should I sleep? There are very few places of rest here. Perhaps I can help set up some extra quarters somewhere.
Is our only sleeping quarters Avalon's cave?
The only real ones, yeah.
Yep. Because we
And
had...
there's not even real beds in there. It's all just like pillows and blankets.
I think we had established that some people were like sleeping out on the grass and in the gem flowers and stuff, but yeah. This place
Not
is only
Avalon.
as developed as y'all put effort into.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I guess we should. Maybe. People here have been growing, so I suppose some sleeping quarters would be a good plan.
I have spent some time with Fiona. I do know that she is quite proficient in construction matters.
Oh, that makes sense. She helped rebuild the temple.
Yes.
That. Well, yeah, maybe we'll get Fiona to get on that. Do you have any requests for sleeping quarters?
I am quite simple. I have no particular needs.
Well, I'll go speak with Fiona before we leave and see what we can work up. And she will wink. She'll wink.
She'll gently put her hand on your shoulder, and there's a lot more confidence in the gesture than you had reached out to her. She gives your shoulder a little squeeze. Thank you. You are very thoughtful. And she looks down to Grot and says, I do not know for certain if they can hear you, but it never hurts to try. Perhaps you can tell your companions that if they wish to provide company for the two, it is an option.
I'll let them know. Thank you. And her mood will have sort of darkened a little bit as she leaves towards everyone else.
Okay.
Emotions and stuff.
Yeah, not just casually bringing up your ex-boyfriend laying here unconscious right next to you.
Yeah, no problems there.
It's fine. Okay. I think that this is a good time for us to take a quick break. When we get back, we are going to be shifting gears here, and there's going to be a bit of an adventure afoot. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for being with us. We're going to take a 5-minute break. Please grab some water, do some stretches, and we will be back shortly. Woohoo! Have a couple of things going on here. For those of you who are just joining us, hello, welcome in. And just to let you know that every 5 retweets we'll set off a wild magic surge for a random player. And we are currently at 19 at the moment. So, if you want to add a little bit of chaos there, that is something new that we're trying out. We'll see how that goes. But, so a number of... Suddenly, a spirit hound appears.
I don't know how she got
Buggy.
in here. What are you doing in here? You want to be on TV?
Oh, the ears perking up. So...
Go on, get
Some
out.
time passes, and the group of you decide on what to do next. So you do have Grot and Katla suspended in the background, and the group of you are collected here in the Moon Door. And you do know that there are a number of options for you. You are still trying to find your way into the Grove of Hecate, and you do know that there are 3 keys. There is a literal map on Alaris's body.
T-pose. Yeah, there's a whole ass map there. There's even a map on her ass if you want to get.
Well, if who would like to start with their options? Anyone? What's closest?
I'll get uncomfortably close to Alaris's map, I guess, and try to I don't know. I'm just gonna estimate how far away each one of the keys are.
Okay.
Alaris
Is that okay?
Yeah, she knows what Adon's doing, and she's literally just bored, moving clothes, kind of, so that she can see the map under those spots.
Can you move that strap a little bit? I won't touch you. Thank you.
So just to remind everyone what that looks like, you see these charcoal lines, and they seem to have been burned into Alaris's skin. They show the vague topography and the geographical features of the region, and you can see very clearly the stars that are supposed to represent you. And the group of you are now clustered together in an area, and it seems quite faded. You can tell that is because you are in the moon door at the moment and not on the material plane. But on the material plane, you see that there are 3 pinpoints that signify where the keys are that you must find. One is very far out into the ocean, one is very far out into the mountains, and one is very far out into the desert. You do get the sense that they are all inconveniently equidistant.
Love it.
Ah.
Love it.
I just imagine a Dawn taking like her fingers and like
Yeah.
measuring.
Exactly
like...
what I'm doing. Getting really close, like flipping down my goggles.
Dawn, as you're looking, can you roll me a 1d100? Thank you so much for the
Oh,
retweets, everybody.
Okay. 91.
91.
Big numbers, big numbers.
Okay. Interesting. We'll save this for combat, so me vocalizing this means it's your responsibility to remember, not mine. If you die within the next minute, you immediately come back to life by the reincarnate spell.
Oh, I get a GA. That's dope.
Wow.
Adon gets a GA. That's hella
Wow.
Yup.
Okay. Well, personally, I mean, I prefer to keep both my feet on the ground, so, and I can't breathe underwater.
I don't
Wait,
think
we-
any
we-
of
we
us
can-
can.
Oh,
Samara probably can.
well, actually. Oh wait, no, I can help with that. You know what? Give me a few hours, and I can help with that.
All right.
If you guys want to go to the ocean.
Well, I mean, I lived next to the ocean for 5 years, but I never got to go in it.
I kind of.
Let's go.
Can I-
Samara's
can I-
very
can I-
familiar with the ocean. Yes, it
I
does.
was like sopping wet from the from the swim earlier.
Can I have some time first? Maybe just like a few hours.
Sure.
And does anybody
Then-
have a spare weapon?
Then the ocean it is then, yes?
I mean, if we got to do all 3 of them anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with staying away from hot things for a little while, so the ocean might be a good reprieve.
You do see that, according to where you are in the moon door, it seems that heading straight to Waterdeep would be the most efficient route, especially because you can find a boat there.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I think. No. Yes? No. Maybe? Hold on.
Well,
Yeah.
I do have to go through Waterdeep because I am missing all of my things, all of them.
Didn't you get some things?
Well, some of them. I got this cool cloak. I don't have a sword or any means of protecting myself. So let me just stop by real quick. I'll get some supplies and then we can just run right through.
Okay. That sounds. Yeah,
I'd
we
love
should
to
probably
stop by
arm you.
Burha's Bargains. Or whatever. Yeah, Burha's
Yeah.
Bargains.
Okay. Very nice. Yes. All right. We
I
will.
would like some purple things. If we're going to Waterdeep.
Shit, I didn't prep that. Okay.
Water deep.
We can kind of just
Water deep.
montage it and I can.
No, she can't. She cannot montage Zoblovs. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I need it, and I don't need it today, but I need
We're
Zoblov.
gonna need it eventually. Maybe we need to stay in town for a little bit. Maybe we need to stay in troll school for a little bit.
I wonder who's running it right now.
I wonder who's awake right now.
The group of you head to Waterdeep. You find this immense city to be bustling with activity left and right. You are having to dodge carts as you make your way through. There is a metropolis of business afoot. And as you make your way into the city, you pass the trade ward. I hope that's a real ward, otherwise I just made up one. And then head
I
to
think.
the dock ward.
We know the dock ward.
Yeah, we do.
Do. And as you
Oh, yeah.
approach...
Dawn and I lived here for 5 years.
Yeah, I would hope you would
Yeah,
know.
yeah, we did live here for 5 years. Yes.
Yes, you did. Why am I having a hard time finding shop trinkets? Come on, tell me what's in the store. Open. Okay. Whatever, I'll just make shit up. Okay, so the group of you head into the dock ward, and as you are approaching Burha's Bargains, you see a very strange shop off to the corner of the street. It appears to be a squat purple building. You see purple shutters and purple walls. You see purple steps that lead up to a purple door. And you can see that the amount of traffic that goes through here, no one stops by this shop. No one seems to even peer into the window. They just keep heading on by, minding their own business.
Is that where you wanted to go? For purple things?
Oh, Alaris knows nothing about Zoblobs.
Yeah. Oh.
Dame really wants to go to Zoblobs.
This is one of the more odd locations around
I'm
here.
looking for odd things.
Oh.
Well, I've never actually been in this store. I've just kind of walked around it. So, Adon, would you like to go in here?
Yes, most definitely yes.
All right, you lead the way then.
Okay. So who is going into the very strange shop? Okay, the entire
Yes,
party.
all of us.
Okay, the door opens and we hear a little tinkle, tinkle, tinkle of a bell. And you hear a thud in the background. There is a purple curtain, heavy and thick, drawn close, and suddenly it just whoosh, flies open and dust kicks up. See, the bald head of someone very, very small from behind the counter. And slowly you hear the clomp, 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 clomp of someone climbing upstairs, and you see, propping themselves up onto the counter is, I hope, a halfling. And they are wearing, I'm just pulling purely off of memory right now. They are wearing a thick purple robe, and you can see that there is an extravagant white and gray mustache on their face, and unusually, there are a number of eyes painted on their forehead. And they say, "Hello, welcome to Zoblobs. We have many fine accessories here. You'll find none other in all of Waterdeep. Wow, it is quite a crowd in here. Please keep your hands to yourselves if you wish to inspect anything. I would very much surmise that you should ask, and I shall assist you. Everything in here is quite rare and delicate, and I'm keeping my eyes
Avalon.
on you."
Avalon kind of like shoots a look over at Alaris and Samara, like a mom like telling her kids to put.
Not a Dawn. She's
Pockets.
not worried about a Dawn.
No, Adon's a good kid who wouldn't steal.
Yeah, but she touched stuff.
She would touch and break things, I guess.
Yeah, I am. Right before he says that, I am actively reaching to touch items.
Samara's face is like this close to something.
Samara, tell me when to stop.
Oh!
Zombie Fighter 89, thank you so much for the donation to the deck of mini.
Stop.
Okay.
Please. Please. Don't take everything I have.
Okay. That
It's not
Need
much.
something purple.
is a blind card. I'll play it when it's relevant. Okay.
That's cool.
Oop. Okay. Yes. So Samara, you are currently looking at a glass orb filled with purple water in which swims a clockwork purple fish.
Another fish.
Awesome.
It's purple.
This one's gilly.
Can I try and make out what the liquid is in there?
You peer with your eyes. Would you like to investigate with your hands?
Can I get some help over here?
Oh, yes, quite, yes. And you see him clomp, clomp, clomp down the stairs and you hear as the bar counter pops up and he waddles over to you and you see him fling back his massive robe arms and he very carefully reaches forward and he picks it up and he holds it up to you. Oh, you have a keen eye. This was taken from the mines of Fendelver. I hope that's a real place.
Sounds right.
Okay, cool. I was like, this sounds like a something. Yes, deeper than there's an ancient race of inventors. They are wizards of the mechanical and they put together this fine invention. One of a kind. Would you like to hold it? Alright, I do want you to know that I do have a policy. If you break anything, it costs an immediate 50 gold. And
How much is the item worth?
very delicately, he puts it in your hand. It smells like lavender. And as you hold it, it begins to softly glow. Samara,
Oh, God.
what is something of a tune that would bring you comfort? A lullaby, a sea shanty. You hear something that eases you.
It honestly would probably just be waves from the ocean.
You hear waves of the ocean crashing, but it is very mute, it is very soft, it is not overwhelming whatsoever.
What is this supposed to do?
Oh yes, this is supposed to chase away nightmares.
It's a nightlight.
I was just about to say that. It's a D&D nightlight.
So cute.
I'll just hand it back to him. Thank you.
Oh, welcome. And he gently puts it back. And then he waddles over to Adon. What are you doing, Adon?
I'm very, very close to like several items, but excuse me, sir, do you have anything that might be useful to a trip underseas? Anything that would help out with that at all?
Yes. You see him lean back and he looks over the shelves and shelves and shelves of things that are all throughout the room. And he picks up what looks like a string of purple rope. It is very simple rope that has been tied together, and he holds it out to you, and he holds it just as reverently as he had held the glass orb. It literally looks like rope dipped in purple paint. And he says, This was used to wrangle a sea serpent. Not just any sea serpent, it was the sea serpent of the seven winds.
Interesting. So is this like a collectible, or does it do anything? Does it have any magical properties?
Well, it is said that if you wear this for 20 nights in a row, that it will grant you the ability to tell when a storm is coming.
20 nights for a storm. Okay. Do I see any sort of This is all like just like little trinkets, right? There's no like weapons or anything.
Yes, there's very visibly no weapons here.
Like not even a little magic dagger or something.
Go ahead and roll me investigation.
Alrighty.
23 investigation. As you look around, this just looks like a bunch of random shit. Like, some of the things are very visibly just painted purple. Some of them you're not quite sure. They look like they might be quite valuable and of obscure design and origin. You do see a small knife that has been burned purple. You can tell that there are scorch marks all across it. But it is more of like a paring knife, something you use to cut apples. It wouldn't be very handy in any substantial combat.
Well, all right, sir. Thank you so much for showing me that. I don't think I'm gonna whisper to like Avalon or whoever's standing next to me. I don't think I'm gonna find what I need here.
Oh. Well, I think we might spend just a little bit longer in here. This is actually a lot fancier and cooler than I thought. You know me, I'm not one for
Okay,
material things, but
Well, double check with me whatever you're looking at, because I think it might just be painted purple. I don't know.
I'll be sure to have you appraised whatever I find.
I'm gonna go wait by the door.
Okay. Alaris and Nell, you find your attention fixate on a very peculiar thing. It looks like a giant egg. It is purple with dark purple dots.
Does it look painted?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
I'm not very good at those, so this should be fun. Oh,
18.
surprisingly good today.
You are convinced that this is not painted. It is actually purple.
Elle, have you ever seen a purple egg before?
Haven't.
Think it's edible? Or do you think it's growable?
You can grow eggs.
Well, like hatchable, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Look, I just want to put it in some water and watch it expand into something else, okay?
That's a sponge.
Oh, shit. I always get the two mixed up. What happens when you come from divinity?
These silly immortals, they don't even know the difference between sponges and eggs.
Same.
The same thing.
I have something to see if it's edible. Where is that?
But don't eat it. Just
The
it's
teeth?
edible, please.
Your magical teeth.
I can look at it. I don't need
Just
to
like
bite
taps it with her teeth. Just.
Are you trying to access your supernatural hunger?
You have to stare at it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to start staring at it for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, Nell will stare at it for 10
Zoblob-
minutes.
I can keep Zoblob distracted if need be.
Yeah, in fact, Zoblob is right next to you, Avalon. He has picked up very, very carefully. Your eyes might have just glazed right over it and you weren't even really paying attention to it. But he just kind of thrusts it into your face and he says, "Ah, yes, look at this. And it is a gemstone. It seems to be amethyst. But it is a peculiar design. It almost looks as if it has been carved to replicate the shape of smoke. This is something that's very valuable. Have you ever heard of an elemental gem?
No, I have not.
Rumor says that if you, after you have a nightmare, whisper your fears into the stone, you will be able to charge it with unusual powers, and it will manifest your nightmares into physical form, but you will be master of it. It will obey your every whim. For a low price of 200 gold.
Oh my god. Right, and so what's it really supposed to do?
No, it's honest. That's what it's... That's... Yes? Yes?
For 200 gold, you want me to buy this story off of you?
It is not a story. If you will not take it seriously, then he just very gently puts it back.
Hold on 1 second. Adon, come here.
Yeah.
Is this magical?
I will take a close look at it, and I will try to recollect anything I know about elemental gems.
Cool. So go ahead and roll me either investigation or arcana.
I'm really dumb. I can fully cast detect magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot I can do that. That's okay. I still call Adon over and have her do it for me.
Okay. Adon, you rolled a 28. Adon, as you're looking at this, you hone all your attention into it, and you are able to perceive things that other people cannot. You see a second sight of this thing. As it is being held in front of you, you see a ghostly visage of what it once was, what it will be, and you can tell that very certainly this is a magical thing. If it's precisely what he says, you're not sure, because it's not the identify spell, but you can definitely sense there's something unusual about it.
Yeah, this is a magic item, all right. It's not just purple. I can take a closer look at it if you give me a minute. I can tell you exactly what it does. If you're interested.
What the hell? I might as well just buy it. Alright, Zoblob.
No.
200 gold, you said?
Yes, 200 gold, and then he just immediately bloop, hops back over to his counter and just very quickly, whoosh, 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 it is gift wrapped, and he holds out his hand.
Oh my goodness, you work fast. How long have you been here, Zoblob?
A very long time. Your DM does not know this.
Yeah, that's fine. A very long time's good. Oh, well. Thank you. Are we, she's gonna glance over at her, over her shoulder and see is Nell and Alaris still staring at the object?
Yep. By the time that y'all finish, you can see Nell and Alaris are just staring at this giant egg. Nell, you are able to... That is one big egg. You are able to tell that you can definitely eat this. Let me check the exact wording of your thing. Guardian powers the mortal. You're able to determine whether or not it will be harmful to you. No, it will not be harmful to you.
Can I determine if it's harmful to others?
Don't know.
This.
Okay, you said something poisonous or diseased. It's definitely not poisonous, and it will not disease anybody.
We could all potentially eat this.
I really want to know if we can hatch it.
And then all of a sudden, Zoblob's head appears between you two, just whoop, right between your shoulders. Of course you can hatch it. This was procured from the high sword mountains in the distance. I hope that's also a real place.
It is now.
Deep in the caves there speaks of a beast. It is not a bird. It is not a mammal. But it is something in between. It is something that eats whole horses when it grows to its adult size.
Ooh, horses.
No one has ever been able to identify this creature.
Is it a snake?
No. No.
It's a big snake.
DM, can I roll an insight check?
Yeah, of course. Anybody, anytime. Yep.
Get him.
17.
17.
So what exactly are you trying to...
I want to know if it is something that we can actually hatch.
Okay. So you try to put your hand... Like, he won't let you put your hands on it. And, he says, Oh, yes, it's quite hatchable. And you do get the sense that he is very certain of what he's saying. He doesn't seem to be bluffing.
Okay. I think this would make for a cool pet. I don't know what it is, but I think it'd be cool.
It is 300 gold.
I'll give you 200 for it.
No, 300 is the discount. I like you. You keep your hands to yourself. That's the rare quality.
275?
Roll me a persuasion check, Nell. Hello, Raid. Welcome. Initiative Leave, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody. 14 persuasion. He kind of leans over to you. He says, all right, but don't tell anybody that I gave you a discount. And he picks up this egg that is literally half the size of him. He waddles over to the desk and boop, 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 it's gift wrapped. And he holds out his hand expectantly.
Do you wanna split it now?
I thought we were gonna.
No, not the egg. The gold. Please don't split the egg.
That makes more sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
What's half of 275?
This is like
Don't ask me.
Math is hard.
Wait, can we do that? Equals 275 divided 2? No, that doesn't work.
So it's 137.5.
Yes, excellent. All right. So is there anything else you'd like to do in Zoblobs?
No. I was gonna say we should just. Fuck.
Are
My
you
dog-
okay?
Yeah, my dog keeps sneaking in here, and I had my hand down, and she licked my hand, and it scared the ever living god out of me.
Oh my god.
Rosie, are you okay? You're just gonna sit on my lap for right now. As I was saying, I think that we should go find a like a weaponsmith, because you said you needed a weapon. Yes, Adon?
Yes, and
Yes.
some other things.
Some other things.
Okay. So we will montage this next bit. We go to Berga's Bargains. What exactly would you like to purchase? Berga has everything.
I have a whole list of things that I need, but okay, so I need like a scythe, I need some chain, I need a weight, I need some clay, I need some fish oil, just a bunch of miscellaneous goods.
Okay. So we're gonna say that you are able to procure all of these things. They're not gonna all be available at Berga's Bargains, but so you're gonna have to shop around a little bit. And as you do, we will see that it is now nighttime. So the majority of the day passes. Yes, did you want to say something?
I also need to get a cool hat.
Okay.
For a spell.
What?
A hat for a spell. Oh, I love it. Okay. You're able to find everything that you're looking for, and we'll handle all of that off screen. But for the moment, if you have any weapons, you can immediately add them to your inventory. So as Adon finishes collecting everything that they need, we find that night has settled over Waterdeep. And the group of you are exhausted, moving between rushing carts, dodging unsavory folk that keep wanting to ask you for dragons, ask you for free food. They are trying to swindle you into joining a club. There are a number of very stressful and irritating conversations that go on by, and these are to be expected in a very large city such as this, especially one that draws tourists so quite often. And you find that you are able to maneuver past these, especially with the help of Avalon and Adon, who have been living here in Waterdeep for quite some time. And you are all tired. You know that the dockmaster has retired for the evening, and you will not be able to secure any kind of ship out of Waterdeep tonight.
Wait a night? and then get going tomorrow? I kind of need time to get ready to dive in, I guess.
Do we want to sleep in the moon door, or do we want to get a room here?
Well, I mean, it's probably cheaper to sleep in the moon door. We also have an egg that we should probably... How big is this egg, Stella?
Who's been carrying this egg? It is a very big egg.
I probably would have put it in my bag.
Is there oxygen in your bag?
Does eggs need oxygen?
If we're gonna hatch it, probably.
Well, I wasn't gonna hatch it in my bag.
No, I know, but I feel like if we put an egg in a place without oxygen, when we take it out of the place without oxygen, it may no longer be a feasible egg for hatching. Thoughts? It's not a sponge, so...
Do you wanna hold the egg?
Can I examine the egg and then call upon my knowledge of eggs and determine whether it could survive in the bag?
I'll
Go
just
ahead.
buys eggs and cooks with them.
Dawn, go ahead and roll me nature or survival.
Oh, well, I'm not very good at either of those.
Yeah,
19.
you're not
I
bad.
don't know why I rolled it.
So Stella doesn't know if eggs need oxygen. There's
But a
no
dog
mouth.
does?
I
They
think
just
it's
need heat.
yeah. It seems like they just need heat. They don't need oxygen until it hatches. Thank you, chat.
Oh, good.
Yes,
Thanks, chat.
thank you for the egg lore. I appreciate it.
It's very important. I don't want to ruin the egg.
I think it'll be good in the bag as long as you know it doesn't bump into anything and crack, and as long as you take it out and keep it warm as soon as you can.
Well,
But
it's
in
not...
there for a few hours is gonna be fine. A few minutes.
Now,
even.
is it gonna be okay in there? Is it gonna crack in your bag?
Well, I can put my shield over. Will it fit in the pot? How big is the egg?
So the egg will be like 2 basketballs stacked on top of each other.
What's so big?
It's so big. That's
I
one
can,
big egg.
Excited.
I'm happy to lend my cloak if you will. It's quite padded. It's got some fur in it, and it's velvet and wool.
I do have 2/3 of a cloak in my bag.
And 1/3 in your
leather.
stomach.
2/3 of a cloak.
A couple bags of grains and some flour.
Sure,
sugar.
we could wrap it up and
Can
So,
nestle it in there.
yeah. Avalon's gonna clip her cloak off and kind of like wrap it around the egg, and then put the. How are we gonna do this in the bag?
She's got like a Mary Poppins bag.
Yeah, you see like Avalon like shove her whole shoulder into the bag and like is like moving the grain around and stuff like that. So like she definitely like takes the time with Nell to like make sure this egg is well and secure.
Okay. So you have created an egg holster. Who wants to wear this?
Well, Nell can carry
It's
a lot.
in the bag.
It's in the bag. The bag.
Who's gonna hold the bag?
What?
Nell can carry up to 130 pounds, as if it were 10.
Cool. You are now the egg guardian.
Egg guardian.
Screw the mossy
egg.
rock. We now have a big egg.
Egg bear.
I still want the mossy rock.
I do too.
Who has the mossy rock?
It's
Hell.
in the
As-
underworld.
As Avalon says, who has the mossy rock? We suddenly
Oh no.
the scene cuts to black, and what we see is a realm of darkness. We see shadows shifting, amorphous, unbound, and we see green flames flickering on the edge of perception. And between the cracks of the cobblestone here, we see a small, unassuming rock. It is more like a pebble, really. It is completely smooth, except for one side where there is green moss. And we see a number of cloven feet, claws, boots pass by through this hallway in the underworld, but the rock, it goes unnoticed. someone accidentally kicks it at some point, and it clack, 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 clatter, 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 clatter. And then it begins to tumble down and down a staircase. Eventually it settles, halfway sunken into a pool of dark water. And we aren't sure how much time passes, but eventually, from the moss, we see a small sprout beginning to rise up out of it, growing in the darkness.
Oh my god.
It was a seed?
Oh no.
Oh no.
It'll be fine.
What?
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be
How
fine.
many times have you said that, Stella?
Wait, it's not a rock?
But none of you know that. None of you know any of that, because you're not in the underworld. You're in Waterdeep. Where do y'all sleep for the night?
Moon door, right?
Yeah, we should go back to the moon door because we have guests that need sleeping places.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Alaris weaves her hand through the space and she traces the outline of a door and pushes it open, and you see prismatic moonlight form before you, and you're able to step through the threshold and you enter a pocket dimension, your sanctuary, the moon door. And you are... Yep.
Sorry. Before we step in, can I see if anybody's watching us?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me perception.
Where's perception? There it
Better
is.
do that real quick, because that thing can only stay open for 6 whole seconds.
Can I use my my blessing, please?
Yes. Okay, use your blessing. You turn your 6 into a 19. You look around. You are all smart enough to go to a secluded alley or space. You find an abandoned garden somewhere in a quiet part of Waterdeep. You open the moon door. No one's around. You step through, winks out of existence, and you find your rest. Is there anything special that anyone wants to do while you're in the moon door? And do you take the egg with you when you
To the
leave the
moon?
moon door?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think if you're going to parent this thing, you need to keep an eye on it.
You gonna
That's
take
just
it to
my-
the ocean?
Personal opinion.
What if we
Eggs
accidentally
don't
drop
need
it in the
oxygen,
ocean?
but they also shouldn't have too much water.
Right, but I'm just
The
saying, if
pressure's
this thing,
gonna crack it.
if this thing hatches and the first person it sees is Fiona, you're going to lose this egg you have sat on for so long.
Fiona
Well,
will
we
be a
didn't
great
sit
mother.
on it.
I do not doubt that for a second. I just know that you two just spent a good handful of money to, I hopefully think, get whatever comes out of this egg, unless you just wanted to buy the experience of owning a oversized egg. It's just my suggestion that you should keep a close eye on it. And that's my piece.
I mean, as long as it doesn't break or get lost while we're gone.
And hey, if it gets too dangerous, just pop the moon door open and roll it in.
Yeet
the
it
door.
in!
Yeah, exactly.
Shot put the egg into the moon door.
Exactly.
True. I mean, it is accessible every day, so that's always an option. As long as we're good with it in the bag, and that's not gonna like sterilize it or something. If we leave it in there too
I
long,
think we'll be fine.
okay.
And I'm sure we'll find some traveling merchant who sells various pets one day, I'm sure, if this were to fail.
Why would you put that out there?
What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Alaris?
Why would you put that into the universe
I am
that this
being-
might fail?
I am being pragmatic,
Why
alright?
would you do that?
I didn't do anything.
You
I don't
just
have such
put
power.
those words out into the universe.
Do I look
So
like some
cold,
kind of
Avalon.
divine?
Yeah. For someone with a heart, you sure are cold.
Ooh.
I am just the bad guy today, it seems. But I'm the only one who's being practical. Anyways, what are we doing? Why are we here? Where are we going?
You need to sleep.
Seeing as my workshop is just like a bunch of haphazard materials like thrown together,
Yes.
I'm just gonna work with Fiona and add like a little extension on the side for like Keela and Calypso to sleep in.
Oh,
Or-
yeah.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
imagine I maybe like picked up a blanket at the shopping where we went to and stuff, so they can sleep in there until we have something better built. I'm
Okay.
also gonna work on a few infusions.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you make a little, like, it's like a den, more likely, than an individual rooms or anything. And they are more than happy to have a place to rest their bones. You can see that as you've been gone, that Keela has been busy. Keela says, I've put together a map of the surrounding forest here in your moon door.
Oh, okay.
I figured it might be useful to know what is beyond the brush line.
Yeah, of course. Did you find any cool creatures? Fiona once said she's found a really interesting creature out there.
Oh shit.
The lizard cat!
Let's not talk about that one.
Okay.
So as the group of you are like kind of huddled together in the moon door, Keela is sitting next to Samara, right? And Samara, she is sitting really close to you, like her leg is against your leg. And you see that she's all business. She is speaking to everyone, and as they are speaking to her, and she says, there are a number of very interesting creatures out there, some of which that I've never seen before. And I have been through many different realms. It is very interesting, this place that you found.
One time when you go exploring, can I go with you? I want to get a closer look at these creatures. I want to maybe get one.
Absolutely.
We're gonna build a petting zoo in the
Oh
moon
god.
door.
An aviary.
Yeah.
I mostly want one to dissect.
And she
Oh.
rolls out a map, and she shows you that the area that she has so far surveyed, she has put down onto paper. And roughly, it seems like the area that she's surveyed around, it's more of a pentagon shape. It seems that the forest seems to extend in basically like linear fashion. She says that basically what it looks like is you have your sanctuary here in the middle, and it's a pentagon shape, and then from each of the points there are different forests that extrude out, and there are boundaries in between each one. She says that there are these deep rents that are filled with water. She doesn't know how deep they go. This is a fascinating realm. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, we like it.
And these sections of the forest is the only thing that divides them. These wrenches of water is the flora. They're different or anything like that. Do they look like biologically different? Like, is the ecology of them?
There is a wall of shadow above the water.
Shadow.
Yes.
Shadow. Okay.
I cannot see
Interesting.
through it.
Interesting. Oh, I want to go. I want to go take a look. I wish we didn't have to go find these keys. Okay. When we come back.
I'm certain that there will be plenty of time for us to go on an adventure together. Don't you worry.
Can I walk up to the ginormous door and see if the death key worked? Or do I need to I'll take Keela with me.
Okay,
You also
yeah.
need Avalon with you.
Yeah, Avalon, come here.
Why me? What?
Wait, we have to
Am I
make
getting
sure that the key
Keeper
worked.
of
Come with me.
keys.
Oh,
Keeper of keys.
that's right. I am the keeper of keys.
Yeah, do your job.
Just gonna stomp on over.
All right. So you climb up the platform to this enormous door made of pure moonlight. And as you approach, you see the floral shapes of it begin to shift, and they turn into more geometrical shapes. You see the circles coming off of this geometric design, and they segment into 10 separate parts. And as Keela approaches, you can see over her, where her heart would be, this orb of power begins to manifest, and you see the key basically taking form. And she holds her hands aloft, unsure of what to do. She seems unsure if she should touch it, unsure if she should move it forward, but You do get the sense that, yes, that orb will fit in that hole. It seems to have worked.
All right, no lingering. Go on.
Keela,
Put it in the hole.
you do get the sense that you want
all
to
of them.
put it in the hole later, together with everyone else.
All of them need to go in the holes at the same time.
We all need to insert the holes together. Okay.
Yes.
I'll wait. We will.
Balls and holes later.
We'll prolong the
Balls
balls
and
and the
holes,
holes
boys.
later. All right.
Yeah.
Well, it does seem it worked. Is this all you needed me for?
Yours worked, right?
Did mine work? Yes. Right?
Yeah. So far,
Yes.
everyone is fine. Yeah.
Everyone's
Okay.
works?
Okay. Yeah.
All right,
We're
bye. Going to my cave.
In case you're wondering, the cave is right there.
I'm in
Quick-
my
quick-
cave.
Quickfoot's in the cave.
I'm in my
With
cave.
his 3 HP.
Hey, get out of here! Go, shoot! Be gone.
Alright.
Get out of here, Quickfoot. Get out of
Alright.
here, Quickfoot.
Quickfoot is passed out on the cave. In the cave.
Oh, that's alright.
This
If
cave
he's
now
asleep.
belongs to Quickfoot.
Oh god, that's not true.
In the luminance of the moon door, Keela takes your hand, Samara, and gives a gentle kiss on the back of your hand and says, "Thank you so much for trusting me. I feel much better now that I've had some rest."
Yeah, that was kind of stressful, honestly.
I don't quite understand what came over me, but it makes sense. We are beings of pure emotion after all.
Yeah.
I hope that did not frighten you.
I was more worried for you, to be honest.
What do you mean?
I mean, because you started attacking my friends, so I'm not gonna tell them not to attack you, because I was also kind of in shock, so there was a lot going on. I was kind of panicking.
She gives your hand a little squeeze. It's all right. I hope you can forgive me.
Of course. Shit happens.
And she will slowly lead you, still holding your hand, over towards the training grounds.
Yeehaw.
And the two of you sit on the edge with your legs dangling over, and you watch the fish.
I'm
Better
jumping in.
You jump in. You jump into the water. She jumps in after you.
I'm gonna just kind of swim around, but I also want to kind of like train my lungs for tomorrow, just in case we need to hold our breaths for quite a while underwater.
Okay. Keela will basically hang out and admire you within proximity. Is there anything else that anyone wants to do before we head off out of the moon door?
Yeah.
I imagine Nell would have picked up some flowers and blankets and stuff as they were hopping around from store to store. And she's over at the little cradles and she's kind of just decorating and making them cozy.
Okay. As you are here in the healing grove, Calypsa smiles to you, says, "Thank you." I don't know if Adon is here.
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Alaris is too, but off in the corner beside Grot.
Okay.
Like, leaned against that one.
Okay. Ooh, it's a party up in here. Yes.
I'm there mostly just to like work and like talk to them as they're in the cradles, just, you know, in case they're conscious kind of or aware. But when Alaris shows up, I'll be like, "Oh, hi, do you want to talk to him?"
to Grot?
Yeah, I think I can. I don't know exactly how it's gonna work because I know they're not dead, but like they're not here. Well, I think I can get you one question. I can try.
I mean, maybe we can find out what happened to him.
I thought maybe because you guys have a bit of a deeper connection, you just wanted to. No, I could just ask him that.
I mean, getting him awake, part of getting him to be, functioning and able to talk to in a normal manner.
Well, I'm working on that. I'm
Maybe
trying to
finding
figure it
out
out
what went wrong would be best.
Do you want to ask him or should I just go in by myself? What Adon is thinking is that when she casts her commune spell, she can just kind of like sit with her hands with Alaris, and hopefully like Alaris will be able to experience this with her or something.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
Do you want to go in with me, Alaris? It's safe. I just don't know if we'll be able to connect with him.
I'd like to try.
Perfect. Okay. And then I'll sit down right in front of Grot's cradle, and I'll light a little bit of sticky incense, or stinky incense, and I'll just motion for Alaris to put her hands in mine, and then I will cast commune.
Okay.
How does that work again?
All right. So the commune spell. You ask a question that can be answered with a yes or no. You'll receive a correct answer for the question. The beings are not necessarily omniscient, so you might receive an unclear as an answer if it pertains to information that lies beyond their knowledge. In a case where one word answer could be misleading or contrary, the DM can offer a short phrase instead. It's basically a yes or no question.
Ah.
Okay.
And so this will be successful. What does the spell look like as you're casting it with your incense?
It doesn't really look like anything from like an outside perspective, but you can tell that like Alaris, what you're feeling is that you're not able to focus on anything besides the smell of this thing, and then slowly but surely like it just kind of seeps into your mind, and then you're just in another like plane in your brain kind of. But on the outside, we're just sitting there holding hands. And it smells bad.
Sounds fun.
Ask your question.
I should have thought of a question. Okay, I can't ask what happened to him.
So I'll say, like, as your vision kind of gets hazy, the two of you see the same thing. You see that the world around you melts away, and the two of you are joined hands, and you see a realm where it looks as if there is nothing. Pure white in all directions. It almost seems as if you are sitting together in milk. And behind you is the cradle. You see the wooden structure that is holding Grot's unconscious body. And opposite is a form that has no legs. Something humanoid drifting there. It almost looks as if a black tapestry has been pulled over them. You can see vague features, but not the features themselves. And they are completely skeletal underneath. And you hear a...
Ask your question.
Well, okay. Adon, use your brain. Use your brain, Adon. Come on. Think of it. Do we have the necessary materials to awaken Grot, or oh, I can't ask you not a yes or no question, and Adon is like saying this all. Okay, will we be able to awaken Grot with the abilities and materials we currently have.
No.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
The being hovers there, patient and timeless, completely unfazed by your distress.
I'll be back. Just waiting for the next time I can cast this.
And then, poof, suddenly, focus, clarity comes back, and you are sitting here in the grove. And in the background, as the two of you are kind of doing this, we see Nell putting flowers, decorating the area. And Calypsa gently puts a hand on your shoulder and gives you a soft smile. Thank you. This is so very kind.
Yeah, I just want them to be comfortable. And not saying that your cradles aren't comfortable. You know, it can get chilly in here, and just want to make sure that they're warm. And you know, if they are sleeping, I hope they have a good rest. If they're awake, then they, well, not really awake, but you know, they're aware. Maybe they might be able to smell or kind of hazily see flowers or something. I don't know. Just anything's better than their heartless presence, I suppose.
Yes, it is quite unfortunate what has happened to them, but you are right. These are small comforts, and the small comforts do matter. It is so easy to forget them, and I know that it is appreciated, even if they are not completely here with us now.
How are they still functioning without hearts? I know your magic has a lot to do with that. It's just very strange for me to see.
She looks briefly over to Katla and then turns back to you, and she slowly lowers down onto a knee, and her hand reaches forward and brushes your hair very softly and stops as she runs her fingers over the petals of one of the flowers that grows in your hair. She says, "It is a curse that is upon them. I think that perhaps you are not a stranger to that."
Wait, I've been cursed?
She pulls her hand back. "You did not know?"
Well, I know Flowers' hair is not really the usual, but I haven't seen it as a bad thing.
Not all curses are entirely full of malice. They can sometimes serve their own purpose, but something plagues you. I can feel it. I can see it. It is right underneath the surface, just wanting to come out.
She kind of like looks around. Well, I have been kind of eating magical items. Now, like, I'm used to eating like plants and stuff like and that, but like daggers, cloaks, her ankle over there.
So a hunger has grown within you.
Ever since we found the death key.
I see. Perhaps such power has proven to be a catalyst. Have you experienced feelings like these, perhaps not so powerful in the past?
Well, I suppose my own natural curiosity prompted me to eat the pretty flower that kind of came out of the rock that resulted in, she like gestures at her hair.
Tell me more about this flower that you found.
Well, I was just walking through the forest on an afternoon, and it was just a rock kind of just cracked, and a pretty pink mum popped out of it, and I was like, "That's fascinating." And I'm a chef. I like to see what magical ingredients do with things, and I want to test ingredients first, and I thought, well, I would eat it.
Perhaps we can investigate this together. I do not think that was just any normal flower that you ingested, my dear. It sounds very unusual. Perhaps not of this world.
Well, apparently I'm something of a key.
She looks over to the others and she says, "To my understanding, keys were ingested by the other champions. Did you also have a key?"
Can the flower be the key?
Perhaps it is. But it called out to you.
I guess in a manner of speaking.
Perhaps your key can speak to you. Perhaps these cravings that you have, they are from the key itself.
But why would the life key crave the death key? She kind of looks over her shoulder towards Keela and Samara in the water.
It is difficult to tell what its purpose might be, but I would only suspect that you would grow stronger. The key might grow stronger.
Do keys need to be stronger? I know I am small. To help open a magical door.
I do not know. Perhaps we should spend some time together, and we will be able to find out.
As long as it doesn't attract, Katla and Grat are.
And as you say that,
foremost.
we see Alaris and Adon just snap right out of it.
I forgot that I can't ask them complicated questions. Oh my goodness gracious. I can try it. I can try again tomorrow. I'm so sorry. I'll just try again tomorrow.
What more do you think you can get?
I'll think of something. I can find out a ton of things with just yes or no questions. I'll just go in every day. I'll go, do I need this? And they'll say yes or no, and then I'll just do that every time, every single day until I know what's going on.
I get so annoyed with you.
What are you here for now?
God, what ingredient are we talking about this time?
If you would just answer in more than one word, it would be so much easier. I'm so sorry. I thought you could. I haven't done it in a while. I'm sorry, Alaris.
Alaris, her hands are shaking a little. She's gonna cup Adon's face, just very gently. Look her in the eyes and go, "You did more than enough. You are more than enough with what you can do."
Oh,
Adon is very startled by this and goes, thank you, and I'll get up. And I'll just get up out of this situation. She's like, I'm gonna go help make things. Bye. Good night.
that's so cute.
And she went, oh, that's not her. She went
Bye-bye!
Straight back to my workshop.
I have a quick question.
yes.
Are we sleeping here at the moon door, right? We're taking a nap?
Theory.
Yeah.
Falls asleep.
We're supposed to be sleeping? Okay, so, yeah. Okay. I think Avalon's gonna want to put her new little trinket out for when she
Nightlight?
sleeps.
Oh no, you don't have a nightlight. Who do you have?
No, I have the
The rock.
elemental gem.
The rock.
The rock.
All right.
The new rock.
New rock. This one's more like a crystal.
Maybe she'll eat this one too.
Oh, that reminds me, Adon. You have in your possession a crystal that is from the underworld.
Hell yeah, you're welcome.
It was given to you last session, and you were able to determine that it has an actual link to the underworld, and that Thraxia had been using it to perhaps try to pinpoint a homing beacon so she could make her way to the underworld.
Oh no.
Oh,
Where do
hope
you
they
keep
can't
this?
pinpoint this?
Have you been keeping it
I-
on your person?
I would have left it in my workshop, but it's definitely in there.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adon is currently kicking herself because she still had something to ask Alaris.
Oh no!
But she ran off.
She got flustered.
Yeah. But okay. But before I go to sleep, I am gonna swing by Avalon's cave real quick, and I'll just peek my head in.
Okay.
Avalon's like half undressed already, but her mask is still on.
Her mask is still on. Okay.
Oh.
Avalon, I was wondering, I can make you something that would be very helpful in our next little trip that we're going on. It would only be temporary if you didn't want it forever, but I could upgrade your mask if you'd be comfortable loaning it to me. We are going out to the ocean, and it would be helpful to be able to breathe underwater. I can help you with that. If you don't want to give me the mask, it's fine. I did buy a cool hat. I can put it on the cool hat for me, but I thought it might work for you. I have no need to go in the water. I don't hit things that closely usually.
Avalon takes a second. And she just very plainly and frankly slips it off and hands it to you.
I close my eyes as soon as you take it off. I go, "Thank you."
Thank you, Adon.
Turn around and not look. And
She
once
like
I'm
runs
done-
into the cave wall.
Yeah, literally. And once I upgrade the mask, when I go to return it, I'll knock on the door and just leave it sitting there and just run away.
By the time you're like done like working on it, Avalon's like asleep. So she's
Oh.
definitely like,
It's just sitting there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
so
so
that's so funny.
I'm not supposed to be seeing this.
Aww.
Yeah, I have turned your mask into a cap of water breathing.
Ooh,
Flavor when you use it.
cool.
Nice.
Is this what you needed a weird hat for?
That's what I needed a weird hat for. But then I was like, oh, I can just make it if it's gonna bubble out anyway. Anyways.
Cool. I love it.
Very nice.
That's all. Now I can go to sleep.
Samara, as you finish swimming, you feel pretty invigorated. You had a good workout and you did some pretty intensive training with your breathing. You feel confident about tomorrow. Keela says, as she whips her hair, you see like the fire just kind of flare up, and then her hair is instantly dry. And she is sopping wet otherwise. She puts a hand on her hip and she looks at you and she says, "So where are we sleeping tonight?" Oh, no, I don't mean it like that. I just figure, it can get quite cold here. I run very hot. And I don't know when I'm next going to see you. I'm not insinuating anything. I'm not asking for anything more than your company. Samara drops dead. I'm sorry.
Not because of everybody else. Fuck. I don't know. I want a cave now.
You want a cave? I can ask Fiona.
She'll punch one on the
Yeah,
wall.
that'd be pretty cool.
All right.
Don't know. A cave probably like right around here. That'd be cool.
All right. You know, leave it to me. I'll consider it a project. I'll put some nice decorations in there for you. So by the time you get back, it'll be nice and cozy just for you. Your own little haven within your sanctuary.
Well, I mean, it could be your sanctuary too if you want it to be.
I'll make sure to ask for enough room. I'm sorry. I am an aggressive cuddler, I've been told.
Physical touch, please. I need it.
Fuck.
And she'll say, why don't we just watch the stars for tonight? I think I spotted a nice patch of mossy grass over there. It should be very soft. It's in between where the ruby flowers and the emerald flowers grow. We'll be surrounded by what I approximate to be about 527 gold in gems.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Excellent. And she'll link her arm with you, and guys will relax in the grass.
Now that's epic. Oh!
And the two of you lay there looking at the stars, and you can see that the constellations above you are not those that you've recognized from the time that you've spent on the material plane. You are definitely in another slice of space. You don't see any signs that this is tethered to the material plane. This is a pocket of its own, but it is not any less beautiful. And the two of you spend a couple of hours just talking, just casually, very comfortably, and you make a little game of trying to point out the stars and, oh, that one is definitely a bugbear. No, you have to tilt your head just a little bit. Yes, like that. Do you see it now?
Yeah. It kind of hurts my neck though.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do before we move on?
Have a nightmare? Am I gonna have a nightmare? Sleep? Sleep with my crystal.
We'll get to that.
Oh.
Alaris wants to look in her mirror before bed while she's sitting next to Grot's cradle.
Okay. So before we do that, Nell, is there anything else you'd like to do at the Healing Grove?
I imagine she'd set up her blankets and pillows, like, not right next to them, but, in the vicinity.
Okay. So Nell makes a little resting area nearby. All right, Alaris. You hold up this mirror. What does this look like?
It's an intricate mirror, and based on how Alaris got it, I think it probably looks like it's studded with the little wish stones that were on Grot's ring, but they just look like that. They're obviously not actually that.
Mhm.
It looks like the ring itself is coated around the outside of this little hand mirror. And the
Okay.
mirror, when she looks into it normally, it's kind of foggy. She doesn't really see her own reflection in it, but when she's using it as the memory thing, and it clears.
Okay. As you activate it, you see the gems begin to glow, and you see the gems on Grot's ring. As he's in the cradle, it also begins to glow. They pulse synchronized. And you see in the mirror, suddenly it's not as foggy. Shapes begin to bleed into view, and you see something. You access a shred of history. Kind of a memory do you want to look for?
I think she'd look for one of her and Grot together, like earlier years before she went away and started searching for things for him.
Okay. You see an image of what looks like a circus. Grot has his arm lazily slung over your shoulder. The two of you had just completed a heist. You are sitting on the rooftop of a nearby building, towering over all of those beneath you, and Grot hands over a little piece of jerky. And though he offered it to you, Quickfoot wedges himself in between you, and his little raccoon hands swipe it, and you see him scurrying away into the distance. And Grot says, "You know, it would be kind of a nice ruse, wouldn't it? Just by day, acrobats, by night, thieves guild. We could travel unnoticed. It would become a spectacle, and people would expect to see outsiders in their town. We could easily set up shop in one of the taverns. They wouldn't suspect a thing."
Would be quite profitable. Perhaps we should look into that.
You know, one day, I'm going to get you a castle. I'm going to land the biggest score, and we're going to have a little place of our own.
I don't need a castle.
Of course you do. He kind of like leans back, and he's kind of like holding you. You're a lady. You deserve a palace. You deserve
You
all
think-
the finest things.
You think you'd be caught dead with a lady? Okay.
You're right. And you just see him like a sharp grin cuts across his face. You're right. I've never been one for anything too gaudy, anything too flashy. I am a man that appreciates substance. Silly me.
Alaris will look down and then back up and be like, perhaps one night in a gaudy palace or a castle might be fun, though.
True. We'll have to find some estate vacated for the winter. We'll have to curl up by a fire on the rugs, pull a few furs, open a cask or two.
That sounds lovely. I think we should definitely get that started this winter or next, maybe.
And he very gently grabs you by the chin, lifts up your face, and he kisses you very softly. I would do anything for you.
Die.
Just let me know what you want, and your wish will be my command.
Says the man with wishing stones.
You don't know that.
No.
The dying light of the evening just glistens off of this fucking awesome ring that he's wearing. You don't know what it is, but you know that he's never taken it off. And he's had it for as long as you've known him.
I think Alaris sitting in present time, there would probably be like a tear running down her face watching the memory.
Yeah, you remember this memory to be something of empty promises. You never got any of this, not even close. Shortly after this moment, he had sent you to Waterdeep to investigate the potential of setting up a circus or something, and you just lost all contact with him. He disappeared. And then the next time you saw him, he had a circus and you weren't a part of it. You were forgotten.
Alaris will just put the mirror face down next to her and just lean back on Brat's cradle. She's just sitting on it, like sitting against it right now, and that's where she'll fall asleep.
Okay. Anything else for anybody? Okay. Eventually, everyone wakes up to the smell of egg.
No!
You smell fried eggs. And Fiona takes up a pot and a ladle and just bang, bang, bang. Everyone, please wake up. I have made breakfast for each and every one of you.
Alaris is gonna look over to where Nell is sleeping and make sure that her bag is still there.
Nell, where would you have left the egg, and were you like holding it or anything like that?
Imagine she was big spooning her bag to try and keep it warm.
So
Tiny Nell.
you look over and Nell's still spooning the egg.
Different eggs. Alaris will get up and kind of just like shake Nell very gently and just be like, best Fiona food.
I always sleep in here. There's no sun to wake me up.
Yeah, it is a little off-putting. Maybe, I wonder if we can magic in a sun. I guess it wouldn't be the moon door then.
Avalon, you do not have a good night of sleep. You focus on the crystal that you bought and you try to manifest your fears. You fixate on this thing that you've purchased. And when you're sleeping, you find your fears take shape. What kind of a nightmare do you have?
Oh, jeez. I think Avalon, like a nightmare that's common for Avalon, would be being in Hecate's grove, but having it just be completely empty and it being just gone. Like everyone gone. Like the grove is still intact, but everyone's just totally gone. And she has like no contact with her goddess or her people. Yeah.
Okay. This is exactly what happens in your nightmare. You find a wasteland. You find everything that was once full of life, full of magic, has just been decimated. It is barren rock. It is empty. You find bones. Bones that were once part of bodies that were friends. People that you cared about. It is a quiet, dead place. And as you are wandering through it, trying to find an exit, trying to escape it, you can't wake up. And as everyone is gathering around in the kitchen for this breakfast that Fiona has made, you can't wake up.
What?
So everyone else at the table, you see that everyone has gathered here. You see that Keela is here, Calypso is here, even Quickfoot is here. The only person not at the table is Avalon. And some of you decide, oh, we should let her rest. 30 minutes pass. Avalon's still not there. An hour passes. Some of you start to get a little worried.
I think. Well, I borrowed her mask last night. She probably just doesn't want to come back out without it. I told her. Maybe I didn't tell her I'd leave it by the door. I can. You know what? I can go check on her.
I'm gonna
And
go
just make
with
sure
her.
she gets her mask and can come outside and stuff.
Okay.
And I'll head to her door and
I'm, like, right
grab
behind
the
you.
mask because it's still out there and knock.
Okay. So the two of you go over to the cave and you knock. You make noise. Avalon is unresponsive. You don't hear anything from inside the cave.
She's such a heavy sleeper. She sleeps through all my working usually. She won't mind if I go in.
I'm kicking the door in.
So Samar, she doesn't have her mask on, so maybe just
I'll avert my gaze.
okay, just making sure. Yeah, do you kick the door down?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could just unlock it.
Roll me athletics.
Is it even locked? Like, is
It is not locked. It is
Why
not
would it
locked.
be locked?
Roll me athletics.
It's for dramatic effect. You
I
know?
love it. That'll wake me up, right? Hopefully.
Oh.
That's a 20. Do you want to use blessing just to make it a
For your
crit?
nat 20.
No, it's probably
No,
gonna be
okay.
cool.
20. Yeah, you kick it. If it had a lock, it's totally broken. This thing is like crooked now. It will squeak when it opens and closes. The door flies open. You see Avalon laying flat on her back with her hands crossed over her chest.
Yeah, that's fitting.
Dead.
I don't know if she normally sleeps like this, but
That's
she's
so funny. I normally sleep like that.
well.
Oh my god.
And when you look at her, her eyes are open and they're completely black.
Well, I don't see anything, so I don't know that.
Yeah,
gonna,
so
like-
so as for long you don't look at her face, you don't see that.
But also, how would we know if that's different than normal?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got
true.
a glimpse of one side of her face.
I think the circumstances warrant you taking a look at my whole
Yeah.
face.
Pretty much, I would have like kicked the door
Dawn
in,
won't.
but then I would have like
Dawn's like,
until they realize that something is wrong, Adon will not look at your face.
Aw.
I'll make my way over to the bed where she's sleeping, kind of feel my way towards it, and like kind of like pat her to find her face and like touch her face and like, okay, this is where the mask goes, and I'll put the mask on while she's sleeping, and then I'll look and like shake her. Avalon,
Okay.
everything okay? Avalon,
Unresponsive.
it's time to wake up.
I probably, after kicking the door in, I probably would have peeked to see if she moved at all,
Mhm.
and I would have been like, anybody in their right mind, even if they're a heavy sleeper, would have woken up by now, and I'm just gonna fully look before she gets the mask on.
Okay, so you do see the unusual eyes. Adon does not see it.
Adon, you need to look at her face.
I think that's
Adon.
disrespectful.
I'm taking it off.
Holy god. Okay. Okay. This is different. Well, I don't know if it's different. She usually wears the mask when she sleeps.
It's not different.
Okay, I'm gonna like wave my hands in front of her eyes, I guess, and try to see if there's any sort of movement in her eyes at all.
So when you look into her eyes, you can see there's a distant vision of a land in ruin. And you can see a very tiny pinpoint of light that looks vaguely like Avalon wandering.
Since I had since I was part of the discussion in the shop,
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? I think I'm gonna recognize this as the work of the magic item.
Yeah, you literally snap your head over towards the, I don't know, nightstand.
Yeah.
And you see the stone right there, the crystal. And you see the exact same vision inside of it.
Okay, Samara, her consciousness is in here. I don't know how to get it out. Maybe you should just, maybe we can smash it?
Do you think smashing it would be
Well,
good?
I don't have the ability to dispel the magic on this item right now. Use your brain, Adon. Use your brain. Gotcha, smash it. And I hand it out to Samara. I think you should smash it.
Adon, I have dispel magic.
Oh, why do you say so?
She's kind of just like, she's kind of just standing there,
Letting
because,
me-
you know, you're rambling. Like,
Yeah.
she's not gonna be able to get a word in. It's just like, I have it.
I don't notice the first few times that you say you have it, but then when I do notice, I'm like, well, why didn't you just say so?
God, what level is that?
I think it's third
Third, there
level.
it is.
Yeah.
I just couldn't find it in my arsenal. Okay, I'm going to cast a spell of magic on. Should I do it on her or on the stone?
I don't know how it works with items.
Do I have to do it on her?
Maybe her.
I'll say that you can do either, but you do have to choose one.
It says choose one creature, object, or magical effect within
Yeah.
range. I'm gonna dispel magic on Avalon.
Okay. Tell me what this looks like as it successfully works.
Pretty much I am just gonna. What is it? For this, I'm just gonna like touch her shoulder, and I'm going to whisper, "Wake up!" And pretty much from my hand, it's gonna be like streaks of light, like under her skin.
All right.
Ooh.
See the light move under your skin and it kind of coalesces around your eyes. And slowly the darkness that has veiled over them begins to lift. And you wake up. You don't remember what you dreamt about,
Oh shit.
but you're awake now.
Where were you? Oh, here, mask first, questions after.
Yeah, I'll, like give her her mask and
She kind of
look away.
sits up, is like surprised that there are two people. What's going on? Kind of a situation, and she puts on her mask very confusedly. It's like, what? Did I sleep in that long? What is it? What's wrong?
Well, sorry about your door.
What? My what?
Don't worry about it for now. Adon, do you want to explain?
Yeah,
What's going
okay, yes. So, first of all, do you not remember anything at all?
I just was asleep.
Okay,
I
so
didn't
just like
know.
regular sleep? Okay, just regular sleep. Okay, that's fine. So remember yesterday we went to the store and you got the magic item, the crystal of nightmares, and then he was like, oh, you can manifest your nightmares and then you can like control them later on. Yeah, well, that didn't quite work because you were like stuck in there, and then you were also just like walking around this barren wasteland. There was nothing there except for you. You were there. Do you remember where that was?
No, wait. Sorry. Slow down. So, I was gone, but
Oh yeah, you were gone. Eyes black, eyes wide open, eyes black, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
Oh, sorry. I also looked at your eyes. Sorry.
Right.
How dare you?
You have very pretty eyes. Anyways.
When they're pitch black with a soul deep inside them.
Yeah, because Adon thinks that was what you're supposed to say in this situation. But Samara, she dispelled the magic, so everything's okay now. She dispelled it on you, not on the crystal. So if you want to use the crystal again, you can, just like with supervision. So you don't
Maybe
get
I
stuck.
shouldn't. You both
So
just
you're saying you're not going to use it?
should. Well,
So as the group of you look over, like everyone just kind of collectively pans over to the crystal, you see on loop that dream that Avalon had. It's shimmering in the crystal.
What is this? What is this?
is that me?
Well, it looks like it. This came from your brain.
I suppose. I
Do you
don't
recognize this place?
No, I do not. This is all very odd. This must have been what I dreamed last night.
Ooh.
That's what Soblob said it was supposed to be.
Did you happen to attune to this item before you went to sleep?
Did I? I mean, it was in my pocket for long enough. So wait, how long have I been asleep?
Oh, like 12 hours.
And oh my, and
We
I
just
didn't
thought you
wake.
were getting a good night's rest.
No, I usually don't. So, you're telling me that I just didn't wake up on my own?
I kicked down the
No.
door.
Yeah, I see that.
No.
You know, I don't have that locked. You're welcome to come in whenever you need to.
It was
whenever
also
you
kind of
Well,
an alarm bell.
Now we are. There's
I
no
see.
door.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have been very funny if I was able to wake up, but seeing as you both were, I wouldn't use the word invasive. I'd say
Helpful.
helpful. That's a very good one. I'd like to thank both of you. And just I have no problems or ill will with your witnessing of things. The opportunity called for it, so.
So, circling back real quick, are you saying you're not going to be using this crystal in the future?
Not after that. Wait, what did Zoblob say? I have the nightmare and then I speak to it? And I'm supposed to get something out. I wasn't listening very well, you know me. I think I have to speak my fears into this crystal. Yes. And
I
then
believe that's what he said.
something comes out of it. So I
Well,
guess-
if I imagine that, well, he said that you'll be able to control your like a physical manifestation of your fears. I imagine that's good if your fear is like sharks or spiders. You get a big spider to control, but I don't know what you're gonna do with a manifesting a barren wasteland that you have no intellectual
know.
connection to.
I guess it's worth a shot, right? I spent 200 gold on it. I'm gonna get my money's worth. I will not be swindled by some purple salesman. I'm going to pick up the crystal.
Okay.
I don't know how to sum this up in one word. My fear. She, like she's about to say it, and she looks over at you guys. You guys are listening.
No.
Samara's like zoning out.
Okay. Right. My fear is I will not fulfill my duty as the warden of her goddess and fail my life oath. She checks again to make sure her friends aren't listening.
Nothing happens.
Well, it's a piece of shit, and I knew it. It's a cursed rock, and let's get rid of it. It's
Well,
absolutely.
I mean, we did dispel the magic on you, but if you're not going to use it, I would love to take a look at it.
Yeah, take it. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
I'll make the 200.
Yoink.
I'll make the 200 gold somewhere else. That was just full. I spent 200 gold on embarrassment. You all saw me with my morning face.
Morning
Oh.
face. Is that what? Without a mask?
Without a mask morning face. I woke up like this.
Black
Black
Samara.
eyes, morning face.
Yeah.
Samara, you drew the comment card.
Oh?
So the comment is if you single-handedly defeat the next monster encounter, you level up.
That's so dope.
And you dispelled it and you took care of the situation. You level up.
Oh shit! Oh, that's so cool.
Oh shit, guys.
Oh
Not
my
the first one. I
god.
think I get 4th level spells now.
Woo!
Thank you, Zombie Fighter, for that one.
Zombie,
Dude.
I love you so much.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you neutralized whatever the fuck was gonna kill me.
That was scary.
Very
Very
scary.
scary.
That was
Very
very
scary.
Are you
scary.
able to dispel the? Oh, never mind.
As the group of you slowly emerge out of the cave and make your way to the kitchen, you discover that all the food is gone. There's no breakfast left for Avalon.
What can you do?
Owie.
Really fast before we go with the rest of the group. I count on your discretion
Of course.
between the two of you. Just, I'm not mad. You know, it's complicated. It's not a matter of privacy or anything. It's something a little higher than that. But you did not violate any kind of oath or anything like that. Just, I count on your discretion with the matter. Fantastic. I will have to go find something to eat. I'm sure Nell has some leftovers or some dry pastries. And with that, she walks away. Nell!
And
I'm
as
hungry.
Avalon calls out to Nell desperately for breakfast, the scene goes black. And we find our heroes eventually make their way out of the moon door and back into Waterdeep. Prepared for the adventure ahead, they head over to the dock ward and they enter one of the taverns there. And they begin to ask around. They say, "We would like passage to the ocean." And you are rebuffed. There are no people that seem eager to go in the direction that you want to. Treacherous seas, they say. There's a monster out there. There is something of a myth. Something that swallows ships whole. A storm, perpetual and unbowing. It is called the Maelstrom. And no one seems brave enough to want to go that way. Except as the group of you gather around for dinner, a dagger stabs into your table, and on the other end of it is a woman. You see a half-orc. She has long black hair. It is braided very tightly. You see a very wide-brimmed hat with a fiery red feather within. She pulls back. Yeah. Yes, before you ask, she is really fucking hot, okay?
Yeah, baby!
She
Hot
is
pirate
muscles. She is... Yeah. Okay. God.
It's my
Please.
favorite face.
I hate that so much. I hate it. I hate it.
Avalon underneath the mask.
No.
That is cursed. Wow.
God, I'm
Wow.
trash.
Listen, this pirate captain ignores Avalon. For some reason, it just doesn't make sense. You don't know why, but just completely just
For good reason.
for good reason. She centers her attention onto Adon. "My name is Captain Tamar Windbreaker, at your service." And with a flourish, she takes off her hat, she bows deeply. "I crew the Second Wind, and I have heard the rumor that you are in search of a ship brave enough to take to these seas."
Oh, you're actually willing to do that. Oh, thank goodness. Oh yeah, very nice to meet you. My name is Adon. And then these are my friends. This is Avalon. This is Samara. This is Nell. This is Alaris. And yes. Thank you. for reaching out.
Work.
We will gladly accept your offer.
She told us how much she charges yet, Dawn.
Oh yeah.
What makes you think you're good enough? Pitch it to me.
Do you have a resume?
Only one. Oh, guys.
The only person in Waterdeep.
Dawn. No. I wanna hear.
We can
what are
steal
your
a boat. It's fine.
What are your accomplishments? I want to hear it.
Oh my god. Godfather Ray, thank you so much for the $10. Would you like nat 20s or would you like a draw from the deck of many, and who would you like to give it to? Yeah, she looks over to you, Samara, and she just grins and she says, "Have you ever wrestled a shark before? I've done it barehanded. I'm not afraid of anything."
You'd be like, "Then what's that behind you?" Trying to scare her.
She doesn't even look. She's like, "I'm not gonna fall for that one."
Oh wow, wrestling a shark. That's
What kind of shark was it?
Can Alaris insight check her?
Yes, anyone that wants to do an insight check, please do so.
Ah.
Like, did she
Adon's too
actually
intimidated
wrestle
because
a shark
Adon
once?
was addressed by someone for the first time in a long time.
All right, that's an 18 insight from Alaris, a 21 from Samara.
Avalon's gonna believe it. I mean, Avalon wrestled a bear and no one believed
No
her.
one
so
believes
Avalon,
her.
Well, that's why Alaris doesn't believe her.
Avalon is on this lady's side.
She says, "Yes, it really happened. And for as much as you can tell, she really believes that she did this."
What kind of shark was it?
She tells you a name of a really impressive shark that Stella, the DM, does not know.
A megalodon, somehow.
Oh, Jesus.
No,
You wrestled that? That thing's huge.
The bear shark.
It's like 14 feet down.
See,
Oh god.
Avalon, this is how you tell a story about wrestling an animal. She clearly did it.
Oh, Avalon's just not gonna
I
respond.
did it too.
She's like, I'm hungry, I didn't eat breakfast, and now I get this. They just automatically believe this random person that wrestled a shark. How's that even possible? You do that in the water? I wrestled a bear
Oh
on
yeah,
land.
do you do that in the water? Never mind. Not important.
If you're smart, you do it on land.
Yeah, you
Well,
but
then
you have
it's
the
not much of a-
advantage.
Then you can't like wrestle it, you know, it's just kind
You
of
can wrestle it.
That wouldn't be
Still
fair.
flop around
well, it's
with
more
the
like
little-
grabbing it.
That wouldn't
in
be
that case.
fair.
It can still bite you.
As the group
We're
of you are like
digressing.
deliberating this, she pulls her dagger out of the table, she puts it away, and then she just wraps her knuckles on the table. She's like, "You know what? Never mind. Good day." And she begins to walk away.
I'm gonna grab her by the back of
Wait,
her
what, did you
shirt.
get scared of? What's scaring you off?
Nothing. I don't think it would be a good idea to have a chaotic bunch like you on my ship. I run a tight crew, only the best on the second wind. It is
Hold on a
absolutely necessary to go out into such treacherous waters. I was willing to ferry you fine folk, but I think you might be more trouble than worth it. I'm sorry.
Now hold on a second. And she gets all like mama bear. She stands like Avalon stands up to her full statue and she's like, "This is the finest group of adventurers you're ever going to meet on this side of Waterdeep and further on north, south, east, or west. Doesn't matter what the ocean brings or what the hell goes on in that storm, we will conquer it and we will make sure that you know that. Do not think we may be charismatic, but you don't know who you're dealing with. Nell here bit the fuck out of a werewolf not 2 days ago.
A fire werewolf.
Yeah.
Nell's just like eating a bowl of chili and like piece of garlic bread and is
I saw this one melt a black dragon.
Ah, that happened.
I don't think you understand who you are dealing with.
Avalon, go ahead and roll me persuasion at advantage.
Because all of this is true.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my nat 20 that
Yes, I was
There
just
we
about to
go.
say that.
my
Okay.
patron Godfather gave me. Thank
Godfather
you.
Ray, thank you for the nat 20s, and I also get a nat 20. Thank you. I will use that at a very important time. Don't worry about it. Yes. Okay.
We're gonna die.
She leans back, looks very interested, and says, "You know, All right. You definitely look like you've got the muscle and the brains for this. Let's say we come to an arrangement. I will offer you passage in exchange for dock work. Help me move crates off of my ship, on my ship when we get to port on the other side. And along the way, if you need to make any stops, we will do so. Wherever you need to go.
That's not a problem, at least for me.
Okay, well, first off, what the fuck is your name?
She said it already.
said her name.
She said Captain
Listen,
Tamar Windbreaker.
Don't know how to pay attention. I'm hungry. I'm tired. You think I'm paying attention to anything?
Oh, sorry. Did you
No.
not sleep last night? Were you too busy with Katla?
Oh!
Not Katla. Keela.
Wrong one.
Too close together.
He's too tired and hungry to remember names.
No, I kind of had a gem sticking in my lower back. It kind of
Yeah,
hurt.
I'm sure
so.
that's what was sticking in, you know.
I'm just gonna give her a soft little smack. Just a little one.
But you can see we're very professional and know what we're doing.
Second of all, just because
She just like puts
know
a
what, have
hand
fun.
on her hip and then she looks over at Nell.
It was just eating food.
That was so normal.
You get used to it.
Right. We will take fuck, I don't know. Boat words. We will set sail first thing in the morning. Please make sure that you are there before dawn to assist with the dock work.
What's the name of your boat?
The second wind.
Second wind.
She said that already too.
Like I said, I'm very tired.
And with that, we will end this session. Yay! So next time we will begin. So the screen cuts to black, and we see the words scroll onto the screen beneath the maelstrom, and then underneath it we see stars. That's gonna be next time. Woo! Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, and thank you so much for all of the support, everyone. This was really awesome. The Wild Surge has added some interesting little twists there. I think I like it. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do it a little differently next time, where I'll make it more apparent. Like, you guys can flavor it however you want to. Like, it's totally like up to you narratively. Do whatever you want with, and if you want to twist it, whatever, feel free to do that. I think it'll be more fun that way, instead of super random. I mean, the whole thing's meant to be random, but yeah, I digress. Anyway, we're gonna go around real quick and talk about who these lovely people are, where you can find them, and what they are up to. And we'll go the other way around. EJ.
Hi guys, I'm EJ, aka That's One Big Egg, or anything else. You can find me on Twitter at emeanly. And what was my favorite part of tonight? My favorite part of tonight was... Okay, I have two. I'm just gonna go with two, whatever. Was my moment with Alaris and the commune spell, even though I didn't really think that through very much. It was still fun narratively. And also, like, trying to wake up Avalon was very fun. Or, like, the whole, like, don't look. That was very fun as well.
It was really cute. Thank you. And next we have Dungeon Dean.
Dungeons Dame, you can find me mostly here. But I also am now playing on another bi-weekly game over at Mid-Level Crisis Live over here on Twitch on Sundays. It's new, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, at Twitter, Instagram, Dungeon_Dame. That's where you can find me. My favorite part tonight, there was just so much that went on tonight. I almost think my conversation between Avalon, Nell, and complaining about Nell eating something, just like figuring out that whole thing, I think that was my favorite part tonight, but there was a lot. So
Yeah, I really, really like that I didn't plan for that at all. I really had no idea where we were going with that, and I kind of like it. It's very chaotic, and I don't know. This is interesting. Next we have Bravo.
Hi guys, I'm Bravo. You can find me over at the Monty Hall. We do we're in our TTRPG season. So I'm there doing Dungeons and Dragons stuff, and then I'm here doing Dungeons and Dragons stuff. And my favorite part and parts of tonight, I think, was I think the whole interaction with Nell and Alaris and me with the whole biting the leg situation. I loved all of the flirting. It was so good. Samara and her little girlfriend are so cute. And then, yeah, I loved that really small moment between Adon and Avalon when Adon asked to like enhance the mask. I thought that was really cute and sweet. So sweet.
I love it. We give upgrades to the people we love.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
Upgrades.
Thank you so much. Next we have Giggly.
Hi guys, I'm Giggly. You can find me here on Twitch at GigglyDendroLagus or Twitter at GigglyDendro. I almost forgot what I was saying. My favorite part tonight, probably, I literally just all the bickering. It's just so much fun with you guys. Even if I'm not involved in it, it's just so much fun to watch everything.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh. Last but certainly not least, we have May.
Hey, I'm May. Most often you can find me here. But first, Sunday, I'm in a cyberpunk one-shot Carbon 2185. It should be a fun time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern on, I'm gonna mess up syllables. Phenomenon.
Yes.
I just say Finn because I have
Yes. So it's like Finn, Fin. So it is pronounced phenomenon, like, you know, like a natural phenomenon, but it's spelled phenomenon. Yeah. You nailed it.
Yeah, my brain has, and I'm staring right at it. That's over on their channel, 8 p.m. And then I'm back here Thursday at 8 p.m. for a D&D one-shot. And then Fridays for Unbound. And then, oh boy. I like that we forgot Fiona was there and she was hiding behind the table while everything was going on. And then I also liked the Adon trying to ask the questions and realizing they could only get a yes or no.
Yeah, that was
luckily
rough.
My,
Like,
my
oh,
IRL
shit.
panic was very characteristic of Adon as well. So, you know, I did it on purpose.
I liked of that, like, you were like panicking and then the figure is just like timeless,
Waiting.
patient, waiting, unfazed. Yeah, every time that you ask a question, I'm just imagining like Adon is like spamming this as soon as it goes off cooldown kind of thing, right?
100%.
Same reaction every time from the being. Love it. I'm Sel Luna. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I hope you really enjoyed the show. My favorite part was, oh god, Zoblobs. Oh god, that was so stressful because I didn't have any of that prepared. But I mean, like the fun kind of stressful, just like I didn't know what to do, so I was just making shit up. And I'm really sorry if I got things super inaccurate. My only ever interaction I had with Zoblobs was when I was playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist with the dungeon name Ambravo, and that is basically literally all that I remember from that, and I don't remember anything else other than there was a giant beholder plushie up in the window or something, but yeah.
We wanted to steal that plushie so
bad.
Every time we went to Zoblobs, we were like, we gotta figure out how to steal that plushie. Yeah.
And then every single time our DM Runaway Robot, he was saying like, he didn't explicitly say it, but he definitely implied that it would be a very bad idea if we did it.
It would not be good.
And it would be very difficult to do, and we were just like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
really want to though.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love those DM warnings where they don't explicitly tell you don't do that, it's not gonna work, but they're like, maybe you shouldn't do that, cause possible
We'll
TPK.
try it, right?
But I want to try it. God, I wanted that plushie so bad.
Me too. It would have looked perfect in Troll Skull Manor.
In
Oh
Troll
my
Skull,
God.
and then they'd be like, "Where'd you get that plushie? I heard Zoblob like is missing his plushie." I'd be like,
We've like
Aw.
spray painted it a different color.
it's red.
Yeah.
Red. Yeah.
It's red, of course. Mercury Ion, thank you so much for all the gift subs. Thank you. Yeah, just oh God. It's always an absolute pleasure having all of you. Thank you so much for another awesome episode. And next time
Thank you, Stella. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm really excited. We're gonna finally be able to like go back into an actual adventure for Uncaged Anthology. We've just had some really like heavy lore dumps lately, and I think I just wanted to like help move the story along. And I think we've hit a good pace, and we will now adventure time, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for this next one. It is going to be a bit of a dungeon crawler, and there's a few puzzles in there too.
Oh,
and
God.
yeah, I knew EJ was gonna love that. Don't worry, the puzzles are specifically and only for you because I don't know if anybody else
good.
likes puzzles. So
I
it's
like
all
puzzles.
you.
I'll
Oh,
figure them all
Giggly
out.
will help you.
definitely.
There you go.
I'll try. I'm not very good at them, but I'll try.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Please be kind to one another, roll dice, play TTRPGs, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.